stand to win.
Let's go.
There.
Yes, this one.
Sorry about this. Pass.
I'll pass.
I got nothing.
There.
Just have to stall
Let's
a
cut
little
this
more.
short. Playing it safe.
Okay.
Cut. Shall I give you this pair?
An 8 stop.
I'll rethink my strategy.
I see.
Best to play it
I
safe.
think I got a good
I got
one.
nothing. Pass.
This is great. Next.
I'll pass.
Pass. I'll start small.
Here.
I think I got a good one. How
I'll
about
pass.
this? I'll pass. I'll start with this.
I'm ready to play.
I think I got a good one.
Pass.
How about
Step by
this?
step. How about this?
I'll pass. Pass.
Revolution.
Revolutions are the worst.
Here, a
Pass.
pair.
I'll pass.
I believe I'm first.
Then take
Pass.
this. I'll take it. I'll pass. Let's start here. Maybe this?
But I'm poor?
I'm a beggar?
I think I can win. Ready whenever.
There.
Maybe
Wheel
this?
plate. Yes! Okay, here's a pair!
I'll pass.
Pass. Pass.
I see.
I'll play this.
How's this?
Okay, next. I'm ready to play.
I'll pass. Skip me.
Oh, I've got
Sorry
a pair.
about this. Lame.
I'm ready to play.
I'll pass. Pass.
Oh, I've got a
Pass.
pair.
I'll pass.
My turn again.
I'll rethink my strategy.
I see.
This game is mine.
I've
Skip
got nothing.
me. Perhaps this?
I think I got a good one. There you go.
I can't play.
How about this?
Skip me. I'll pass.
Low numbers
Okay.
first. Cut. Okay, 3 cards.
I can't play.
I'll start small.
What's your next person?
I got
nothing.
Anyone?
I'll pass.
Okay,
Well,
you're
I gotta
play this.
I'll pass.
I got
nothing.
Anyone?
I'll pass.
Can
you top
maybe this?
that? I'll pass.
Pass.
Yeah. Next person.
I've got nothing. And there you go.
Down to last, is it?
I'm moving up.
Poor.
Yeah, I've got this.
So I'll play first? Here, a pair.
Sure, that's
Let's
fine.
take it easy.
An 8 stop.
So it ends there.
There.
I'll pass.
Then take
I'll
this.
pass. Next person.
3 cards.
Okay, next. I'll pass.
I've got nothing. Guess we'll start here.
Yes, this
I'm
one.
playing to win.
I'll pass. I'll pass.
Low numbers
Okay.
first. Cut. I'll start with this.
Pass.
I'll pass. Let's go.
I can't play.
I'll pass. Guess we'll start here.
I'll pass.
This do anything for ya?
Pass.
I'll pass. Guess we'll start here.
I'll
I'm
pass.
playing to win.
I'll pass.
There.
You had to play that now?
I see.
I'll pass.
I've got nothing.
How
about
can't
this?
play.
Pass.
Winner, winner.
I can't play.
I've got nothing.
Then,
Maybe
Pass.
this? This may be difficult to
I've got
follow.
nothing.
Here, a pair.
Nothing here.
How about this?
Clean slate. Maybe this?
Here,
How's this?
I'll pass.
Maybe this?
I can't play.
I'll take it.
I can't play. Oh, I've lost.
I'm just too good.
Let me get in on this.
let's play. Then,
I'm all in.
I'll pass.
Anyone?
I'll pass.
I'll pass.
then,
Let's move on. Two at once.
How's this?
I'll pass.
Pass.
Double up.
Okay, next.
I'll pass.
I'll pass.
Time for a revolution.
This is bad, right?
Let's start here.
an 8-stop.
I'll rethink my strategy.
I see.
How about this?
Pass.
I got nothing.
If I must.
Let's keep this
Let's
friendly.
take it easy.
Best to play
Let's
it
cut
safe.
this short. Playing it safe.
Okay, cut. Okay, 3 cards.
I'll pass.
Pass.
Winner, winner.
How about this?
I'll pass.
A natural progression.
That's fine.
Yes, this one.
Maybe this?
Here,
I think I got a good one.
I'll pass.
I'll take it.
Next person.
I see.
It's finally over.
I lost.
Sorry.
Ready whenever.
I'll end this.
I'll rethink my strategy.
Then,
I'll pass.
Okay.
Keep it moving.
Pass.
I'll pass.
I'll start small.
Here,
I think I got a good one.
next
about
I'll
person.
pass.
Double strike. Got a pair.
I'll pass.
I'll pass.
Okay, 3 cards.
I'll pass.
Pass.
Are you stuck?
Pass.
How about
Skip
this?
me.
I'll pass.
Yes.
I'll pass.
Here's a pair.
Best to play
Can't
it
stop
safe.
me.
Pass.
I'll pass.
These two
I'll
go
pass.
together, right?
I'll
pass.
I
Okay.
got nothing.
Here, a pair.
Well, how's this?
I got nothing.
Just have to stall
I'll
a little
pass.
more.
Skip me.
If I must.
And there
Maybe
you
this?
go.
Let's keep it up.
Take it.
Pass. What's your next
There.
gambit? Pass.
Then,
We've hardly. Can you handle this? Perhaps this? I can't play. Last place.
Oh, it's not over yet. Well, okay.
Yeah, I've got this.
Now, shall we begin? 3 cards.
Pass. I'll pass.
Here, a pair.
Let's keep this
Keep
friendly.
it moving.
Pass.
I'll pass.
I'll pass.
Then.
Maybe
Okay.
this.
Okay, next.
Next person.
I'm playing to win.
I'll pass.
I'll pass.
Low numbers
I'm
first.
shutting you down. Got a pair.
Next
I'll
person.
pass.
Shall I give you this pair?
I'll pass.
I'll pass.
Y'all, please.
Yeah.
Pass.
I'll pass.
Pass.
Oh wow, I can actually play. That's great.
I say.
Here.
How's this?
This do anything for ya?
I'll pass.
I'm gonna scream.
Pass.
Pass.
Okay, you're
Wham!
next.
Top, please.
Take that.
Pass.
Pass.
Oh no, she wasted it.
Let's
one.
go.
I'll pass.
Nothing here.
Now that was fun.
Next
I've
person.
got nothing. So, what's your
I'll end
big
this.
plan?
It's over? What a shame.
Then.
Let's move on. A natural
How's
progression. This should do
I'll
it.
pass.
Perhaps
I'll
this?
pass.
At least I'm rich.
Not cool.
This is
I'm
when it starts
lost.
getting cutthroat.
Look, I know games, okay?
That's why you were broke last time. Anyway, hi. Last we left off, that is the wrong thing. Boop. We are being accused of murder, because we did beat Okumura after the second try. Because now there was a fake card planted in the principal's desk that makes it seem like he had a mental shutdown because of us. And we're coming up on exams. Yippee. We gotta go to Kichichoji. Wrong person. And he's closer to the billiard club. I was sitting on edge the whole time that was happening. I was like, oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Yeah, I know. Hot-blooded sword? I have 3 of these, yes. Alright. Oh yeah, the katsu too. Of course, everyone now thinks we're the murderers. Okay. There's some dude in Akibara you can trade capsules for. Where is he? Well, they're the twins, so that's cool. Covetous man. Let's do a thing.
Oh,
Let's play. Came out in it. Mini Dominion.
that's too bad.
Anyway, Sarah, what do you want? Damn Dominion again. I'm so mad, but I can't get the guy I want from the capsule toy vending machine. I think we're called Mothman, but he hasn't been showing up. Tell me if you get one, I'll trade you for a figurine I have. Okay.
Oh,
I do want to try and get it.
oh,
I have plenty of money.
oh. Oh,
I'll just add this.
Nope.
Oh.
Okay. You get a model gun from it, but I don't know. Hey, Justine.
What are you gonna do today?
Name, time, location, Justine, do the
No.
honors. Listen carefully. The place we wish to evaluate where the meditation is. One hallway detached from the world. It said time spent there is like a dream. Men and women of all ages swarm the land forgetting the reality in search of happiness and wonder. Sounds like this place similar to escapism as the fantasies we saw in the movie theater. A sinister trap that is lured I don't know how to pronounce that word. Humans. If such a place exists, we must observe it in action ourselves. Does this location sound familiar to you? Well, if you know where it is, then escort us there immediately. Destinyland.
What'll you do?
Oh, that's a fun place to go now. Destinyland? What an absurd name. Come on, let's get going. Get mate, go, go.
Caroline.
Caroline, what excites you? A bear's walking on its hind legs? Is it a demon of some sort? That's how I felt when I was a child. Even still, not looking at mascots. Is there a king living in the castle? Shouldn't we pay our respects to him first? A parade is starting. Go, go, go!
What?
What that thing? It's huge! The gleeful music, the rhythm and monotony's dancing, the grins flaccid on every spectator's face. The overstimulation is making me grow dizzy. Ha! This is a brainwashing scheme, isn't it, inmate? Woo! Yup. I knew it! Such parlor tricks do not work on us, but they appear to have a great effect on humans. Although it benefits us to investigate just how they pull off such successful mass brainwashing. Justine, let's conduct an inspection of the premises. Lead the way, inmate. Wasn't nearly as impressive as I expected. You see, that now, despite appearing quite captivated before, with your outbursts like, that bear is so cute and let's get in line to meet the characters and so forth.
What?
I said nothing of the sort. I was merely going through the motions in the guise of a brainwashed human. That's all it was.
Come on, let's go.
Look, there's another line. Let's see where it goes. I suppose we don't have a choice now. We better catch up to her, inmate. I can't believe we stood in line for I don't even know how long. Only for it to lead to a bathroom. I was hoping we get to ride one of those massive crazed teacups going about in circles. That's my favorite too.
Inmate.
What was that, inmate? When you gotta go. Understandable, but doesn't that mean a long wait of time is a critical flaw? Hey, inmate! Don't you prefer your prison cell to this place? There's no line to use the bathroom there. Well, this was fun. I mean, a functional assignment, but we better head up today. It's time to head back. Wait just a moment, Caroline. I overheard there's some sort of memory. Need to bring back some sort of token gift for one's superiors after visiting a place. We should buy something for our master while we have the chance. I perused the wares on display earlier. Mouse ears or a stuffed bear? What do you think a master would prefer? Stuffed bear. Master cuddling a stuffed bear. Justine? Seems even I couldn't avoid the brainwashing. Keep this a secret from our master. In any case, we have confirmed the existence of a world of dreams. As such, we formally acknowledge your assignment is complete. Here is your reward. Nice. Look at the smiles on people's faces as if they're being liberated from their everyday lives. They are. A human's desire to dream even reaches in their time to the waking world. A rather curious phenomenon for us as we dwell in the space between dream and reality. Ooh, is another brainwashing parade beginning?
Now, let us return.
We have no need for that again. Let us return, inmate. I escorted twins back to the velvet room. Alright, it's exam time. Oh boy! I hate so much that this is taking place over my birthday. Tuesday is the birthday, by the way. Shut up.
Well,
This is
shall
how
we
I am
begin?
in school too. I'm like, I have no time for this Roomba nonsense.
Ooh, we can do this.
As that question looks titled, calm down and think of it. Provide an explanation for why the soccer ball is only composed of colors white and black. Soccer balls, didn't teach us that numbers of colors used to be different. What do you remember? Used to be one color. Right, it's one color, but that wouldn't really grab your eyes. She said, unlike now, soccer games are plasted in black and white picture. Right, single color ball would look hard to spot in black and white. They changed the color of the ball to make it easily identifiable.
Yep.
And not the time that somebody used their cleats to accidentally gash into a person's leg. And then the dude just walked up like, look at this! Do you not see a red flag for this? And the whole... It was gross.
Ahem.
Hands up, Mitchell, and hands into your desks. TBH, you just want to troll. Fuck you. Ah, the cocks are neglectful too.
You're still rooting for the Phantom Thieves?
Yes.
You know they're murderers, right? That doesn't mean that criminals should be left to do whatever they want.
Thank you.
Still, couldn't they have at least left the principal to the police? And I mean, did you see that press conference? No way Allies of Justice would do that.
Wait.
I wonder if Akechi-kun has been right all along.
No!
He's so admirable, sticking to his guns even though so many people were against him.
Bullshit.
That's enough. If you don't quiet down, I'll have to ask you to leave.
Daggum. That what her voice sounds like?
Now, everyone.
Oh, whoops.
Ooh, we can do this. Ooh, we can do this.
So I'm not going over this, it's exams. Could be a coincidence, thank you.
The Phantom Thieves have got to be students here, right? I mean, they killed our principal. Isn't this insane? There are murderers among us. Now that you mention it, there was a guy in Shibuya who told me he's a Phantom Thief the other day. For real? You gotta report that. Oh crap, you think so? I snapped a pic, so I should probably put it online just in case. I hope the cops catch him.
Just some random dude gets arrested.
Okay, class, let's get started.
Obata. Slave labor.
Ooh, we can do this.
Following describes the density of stars in outer space. 3 Bs in all Europe.
Ooh, we can
That
do
looks
this.
so wrong. It looks so weird out of context. Not wrong, but just weird. Last day of the exams. Yes. Top score is mine.
The police are here again?
Yeah, seems like it's for real this time. Apparently one of our students is a Phantom Thief.
Seriously?
I read the same thing online. Apparently public security is already on the move.
It's me. There's something I want to talk about the hideout. I'll be at the hideout, I mean your place. Did Yoshizawa turn herself in? I hope not.
It's open. Welcome.
Ah, you're third year Kumura-san, correct. Correct? Good to see you. Please have a seat. Are you okay?
Huh?
Yes! I'm sorry, I did come here as I wanted to, but I'm not exactly adept at saying what's on my mind. it's perfectly fine. I'm not good at chatting with people either.
Excuse me?
Oh? Maybe I shouldn't have said that. How about some snacks? No need to be modest here.
You have my thanks.
Thank you. I'm alright though. Oh. This is pretty weird, right? I came here for counseling, but I can't seem to say anything.
Well,
It's not weird, just take your time. Go at whatever pace you need. If you still don't feel comfortable by the end of the day, end of our time, well, just have some tea and head home for the day. I do enjoy tea times. Perhaps feel more relaxed if I think of all this in that way.
quite.
Absolutely. Nobody's gonna de-stress till they come here all worked up like I have to talk right now. Think of it as some way of just sneaking a way to relax with some tea. They're probably feeling more open. Relaxing with some tea. I do that quite often, but on my own. Do you find that more relaxing?
Yes.
People closest to me in life, they don't feel like people I could just sit and enjoy some tea with. Even my family's always solely focused on work.
I see.
So mealtime was essentially the same setup as tea time?
Yes.
Meals where we actually ate together were almost always uptight dinners at work-related events.
I see.
I've never been to upscale social events, so I'm not sure I should ask this, but, well, did you ever feel lonely? Lonely? Yes, I think so. Even if I were given the chance, I would only want to spend more time with my family. Well, why don't we call it a day for now? Feel free to stop by again, and anytime you like. Oh, yes, I do apologize. Seems I extended this tea time much longer than I intended to. No problem at all. If anything, I'm happy to hear it. Make sure pick up some snacks that pair well with the tea, too. No. What's up? I received word from Futaba-chan on our upcoming meeting. Still some time until we meet, though. I'm gonna go take care of my flowers first. See you later.
I suppose plants do need watering after all. Oh, I know. You should go help Haru. I'll let the others know. How troubling.
What's wrong?
Oh, have you come up here to assist me?
Yeah.
You, heard that, didn't you? I'm not worried about the garden, in case you were wondering. It's just, so much has happened to me lately.
You did see your dad bleed out of his eyes and mouth, so...
Well, perhaps I could share this with you. I mean, it would be nice to have someone who is aware of my current situation in life.
What's up?
The source of my worries is my father's company. Dealing with the aftermath has been difficult. Given how unexpected the accident was, my father didn't have a will. All of his stocks transferred to me. Which means suddenly, I'm the biggest shareholder in a company of over 1,000 employees.
Yeesh.
But I don't know the first thing about business direction or fund management.
I couldn't imagine.
Yes, it is quite hard to fathom. I may be the president's daughter, but I never anticipated I'd end up involved in company matters. Because of that, lately I've been meeting with all the various officers and lawyers my father employed. They've been giving me advice on all the things I'm not entirely sure about. Assets, stocks. It's clear some people only want to get on my good side, though. I don't know who I can trust. They try to sound comforting by saying things like, "Don't worry," or "Leave it to me." But it feels like they're really only being nice so they can get their hands on my bank account. I never realized I could be this distrustful of other people. I'm sorry for ranting on about this matter. I feel as though doing so has helped me calm down a bit, though. The only people I've consulted up to this point have been employees. But I think what I really needed was someone closer to my own age, closer to my own viewpoint. If it isn't too much trouble, could we speak about this again some other time?
Of course.
In return, I'll... What can I do to help you? I don't have any unique talents.
It's literally right next to us.
How about this? You know, gardening. I'm actually quite skilled at it. A few
There you
years
go.
ago, I even managed to grow a tropical fruit on the balcony at my house. To be honest, this is what I do when I'm alone. To take my mind off of everything that's happened.
Why do the plants look like
Oh,
just
that's
straight up
right.
celery
I stored
stalks?
some vegetables in the refrigerator down in the home economics room. You still have some time, yes? Would you mind waiting here a moment?
Not at all.
I grew these right here in these very planters and harvested them myself not too long ago. There's not much consistency to their colors or shapes, but
How do they taste?
I suppose it's umami mixed with a little bitterness? Either way, it's definitely unique. Speaking of which, I have a favor to ask of you.
Yes.
I'd like to get Sakura-san's opinion on my vegetables.
Ooh.
Do you think I could bring my next harvest over to your cafe?
Of course. That's a great idea.
Thank you. I'm sure Sakura-san will give me his honest opinion. I'll make sure this next harvest is particularly good. Well then, shall we head over to the hideout?
Congrats on surviving midterms.
Yay!
I think I'm screwed for real this time. I couldn't concentrate at all.
Well, being accused of murder will do that. Shut up, Hawkmoth.
Again? It's so damn loud!
More importantly, what's this you want to talk about?
You said that something was on your mind before, but were you able to figure out what it was?
The Medjed that I banned wasn't the real one.
Excuse me?
Huh? Aren't you the real one, though?
Oh, the guy who called himself Medjed after me isn't the one from the other day.
What do you mean?
The code written by that guy the other day is different from any of the past Medjed.
And that means...
A code is like your fingerprints. No matter how you try to disguise it, your own quirks appear in it. The one from the other day was all cut and pasted with no consistency. No skill at all.
But aren't there multiple people across the world that are part of Medjed? Couldn't it have been done by someone that joined recently?
How do I put it? That code was so not done by anyone interested in cracking. At all. At the very least, there's no way it was an official Medjed member.
So someone used the Medjed name to provoke the Phantom Thieves? For what purpose?
Could they have been doing it for fun? It was around the time our group started getting popular, so maybe they wanted in on the hype.
Wait a moment. What if it's the other way around?
Huh?
Perhaps they used the Medjed name to make the Phantom Thieves known.
What? That makes no sense!
I actually thought the same as Makoto.
Why is that?
Know how I just said that code is like fingerprints? I found those same fingerprints somewhere completely different.
Where's that?
The Phantom Aficionado website. There were traces of it being illegally tampered with from the outside.
I knew it!
For real?
I knew it!
For summer vacation, the access counter was made to be much higher than the actual number. Same with the rankings. Particularly the time when President Okumura ranked first.
So then, the one who provoked the group and the one who tampered with the site are the same person?
I think I'm starting to see the big picture.
We was set up.
Both Medjed's provocation and the tampering of the website brought attention to us as a result. On top of that, our reason for targeting Okumura was influenced by the public and the rankings. The perfect timing and the perfect target. If both of those had been set up...
It would all make sense.
So the culprit was planning to put the blame on us from the start? No way.
This is all hypothetical. We lack any hard evidence.
We got Futama's
But
evidence.
if all your deductions happen to be correct, that would mean we've been playing right into their hand for the past 2 months or so.
We gotta be overthinking things.
Ryuji,
I mean, we're talking both the rankings and MedJed. Everyone made a big deal about it. If this was all set up, then what kind of guy did we make an enemy of?
Oh, he's scared.
There's no point in getting anxious over speculation. Regardless, we'll be falsely charged at this rate, and with murder. We must overcome this.
But we don't even know who we're up against.
Hey, you think we're falling into another trap, even at this very moment?
Oh. Don't know yet.
Indeed, we don't. It'll be more dangerous jumping to conclusions and assuming we figured it out. Even if this is the actions of a meticulous enemy, we'll just have to get back at them. We need to find clues, no matter what.
Terrifying.
Me? I was told you recommended this reassignment yourself, sir. Why would you choose someone as inexperienced as myself?
When the case of the Shujin principal was ruled a suicide, you thought to reopen it. And you proved its connection to the Phantom Thieves. This is based primarily on that achievement.
I'm honored, sir.
The Phantom Thieves issue is now a national crisis.
Pretend you
Expectations
care.
are exceedingly high for us public prosecutors, as we are the executors of justice. Personnel and planning will be up to you on this case. You will also have the police under your command. I'd like you to oversee this operation.
So why was he...
You've yet to give an answer. Will you accept the task of eradicating the Phantom Thieves?
Like the beginning of the game when Sai was going to... Is it because she was targeted that this doctor was like, okay, we're pulling you off the case now? I guess.
I will give it everything I have.
We'll have to prepare a higher position for you as well in the event that you succeed. I don't wish to apply extra pressure on you, but I assume your odds of success are high. Naturally, failure to accomplish this task is unacceptable. Do you understand?
Of course. I will live up to your expectations no matter what it takes.
That is all then. I expect good results from you.
I'm home.
What's up?
Hi, sis. Should I warm up dinner for you?
No, it's okay.
How about a bath?
No need. I just came home to get a change of clothes.
Are you going to stay at work then?
I've been entrusted with a very important task.
You look awful, though. Aren't you tired?
As an adult, there will be times when you will accept an assignment for which failure is not tolerated. It's all over for me if I can't win this.
Still, if you were to collapse from exhaustion...
This is my one chance to get a promotion. I heard detectives have been coming to your school. That must make it hard to focus on your studies. Don't worry, though. It will all be over soon.
What do you mean?
I'm going to catch the Phantom Thieves myself.
Is that the important task you mentioned?
It's none of your concern.
It is actually. Plot twist.
Oh my god.
To Sai.
Sis has her sights set on the Phantom Thieves, and on Shujin Academy in particular. This is bad. I need to let everyone know.
Oh boy. Things that seem somewhat troublesome, everyone. Just try and stay calm. What's wrong? Sis told me she's entrusted in important tasks regarding the Phantom Thieves. That means, yes, the SIU is surely on the move at this point. That's bad. Wait, weren't they already investigating us though? The police were doing it in secret. The operation is on a much different scale. Hold on a sec. What's SIU thing, anyways? Special Investigations Unit. Okay, never mind. I was thinking of something else. The lead team that deals with huge cases like government scandals. I've heard that name on the news. They make the headlines often. Insane part is they haven't lost a case and a suspect in like 50 years. They come after us, we're screwed. They're the best investigation task force in Japan. Are we gonna be arrested? This doesn't seem like a canon mission. Is someone somewhere to stream? Right or wrong, I think we're way too famous at this point. As this is a country governed by law, they can't afford to ignore us any longer. We may be the Phantom Thieves, but this is miserable. They probably got a narrow suspect profile by now. Hey, don't scare us like that! It's okay though, they don't have any evidence. Yes, I suspect they're frantically searching for some as we speak. No way they're gonna find anything though. It's only a matter of time. We need to hurry and do something about this.
Everything's going to be fine. Unless they know about the metaverse, there's no way they'll get any info on us.
But they do! Oh, but they do! We're giving it time for prosecution though. Oh, is it finally updated? Do we have all the stuff? Wrong thing. Do we finally get Okumura arc stuff? Decor? Yep, there it is. Ooh, yes please. Yeah! Sorry Futaba, but this looks very clean. Milady! Put him over Madarame. Heh. I like it. That's actually very good. I like it a lot. I wanted to replace no. But okay, that's it. But then also there's the photos and stuff. It's got the thing! It's got the things! Nice. Okay. So there's one in Melody. Dude, she was packing guns under her dress. That scared the shit out of me. Can't judge a book by its cover.
No.
It's true that statement can be applied to the broadly the world, people all over the world, including those within palaces. That's true, huh? I mean, you look handsome and all, but you know.
Hey.
What do you mean by that? You're a very good boy. You're just a bit eclectic, and that's fine. There is nothing wrong with that. Oh boy, robot army thing. I wonder how his cognition began to change. He used to care so much about the art of cooking. It was his dream to bring happiness to everyone.
Well,
You may need to make peace and never knowing the answer to that. I'm sure that the father you believed in is still there somewhere. Many people have different sides to them, right? He had to be.
yes.
Mako-chan, thank you. No. Makoto's good at being a mom. Mom friend. Archive. Battle cutter. Oh hey, I haven't bought Futaba stuff yet. Well, what the? They all kind of have different things. Never mind. Yep, pretty much the same. Yeah. Oh, that's cute. There's that. I don't know what it's gonna be for music. Ooh. Is that everything? I believe so. Nope. Turn the game.
Oh!
Watch a DVD.
I saw you practicing your swing. Come on, join the golf club.
Ugh, you don't get it. Don't you know how stressed I am?
I do get it. Because you're just like me.
Sorry about teacher. Here's the ragtag group of mistresses towards the tea club that's for her glory.
Yeah.
Not perfect. Somehow managed to bring out the best to every student.
I see.
Carefully observing each individual student individually, he can encourage the group the best way possible. I am a perfect being. I do not need
Well then.
your nonsense.
Damned phantom thieves.
Shut up.
They were there today too, right? Yeah, what do those damn cops think they are? They can't just stare us all down like that. Maybe the rumors are true. Maybe there's a phantom thief at our school.
Okay, quiet down.
Please here at the school, make sure not to get in their way. Oh, and various reasons, school festival has been moved to the 25th. There's talk of canceling it, but we couldn't just do that. We'll make sure the preparations will be rough, but don't push yourself too hard. On a weekday, what kind of reason are there? All the stuff having principal and comes, you know, I guess there's no surprise. What? Apparently the police are going to be interrogating all the students here. Seriously? At least at Shujin, they have come to my school. Seems they're calling students individually out of class to speak with them. Wait, does it mean we're going to get called in too? Second years will start in the afternoon. Make sure you prepare yourselves mentally for this. Look for the culprit, right? Who knows? Carefully, guys. Try not to say too much. They'll see through any lies you might be telling. I know. In any case, don't tell them anything unnecessary. So am I gonna get called in?
Well then, next up is Takamaki-san and you two will go together.
Huh? Why together?
Why? They'll probably have one of you wait outside. That's how they've been doing it so far.
Oh yeah, right.
Those are the instructions the detectives gave us. Just don't say more than is necessary and try and get it over with quick.
Take a seat.
We're sorry to take your time. This will be over quick. Let's see. Ah yes, you're the one currently under probation.
Yup.
It says here you had a dispute with Mr. Kamoshida?
Yeah, that happened.
You're more hot-blooded than you look. You spend time with quite an interesting group. Yusuke Kitagawa and Haru Okumura? The more friends, the better, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to have taken your time. You're free to go now. Oh, I almost forgot. There's just one more thing I have to ask you. Do you think the Phantom Thieves are associated with this school?
Hope not.
Don't worry. We're here to keep all of you safe, okay?
Thank you for your time.
Your responses will serve as great reference material. Takamaki-san is next. Could you ask her to come in?
Ugh.
I got so nervous, I almost stuttered a few times. I thought I was used to police questioning by now, too.
Hopefully she's in the clear because the people
Seems we
like...
were all asked the same questions.
Yeah, she's been tired.
That's how they get you. They do that on purpose, then wait for someone to slip up.
I hope you didn't.
It was probably fine. Oh, I would have been done for if they saw how sweaty my hands were, though.
To think my name would come up as well.
Sounds like we can't take the police lightly either.
Hey, didn't you think that detective guy was scary?
Yeah.
Especially those eyes. It was like they were smiling, but not.
I'm sorry for all of this. It's because of my sister. That's not true, Mako-chan. It's not as though I hadn't predicted this would happen, but now that it's become reality, I'm unsure of what to do.
We know what we're
We
gonna
need to
do.
make sure we don't draw suspicion, and work to clear our names. Right?
Right.
It ain't your fault, Makoto.
I'm gonna try to see how far along this investigation really is.
I'm worried about the police too, but as of now, anyone in this city could be a mole.
They were so popular, too.
Haru, can I ask you to search your father's belongings for clues about a possible culprit? I know it may be tough on you. No, it's okay. Now isn't the time for me to look away.
Yeah.
As for everyone else, you need to be cautious of how you spend your time at school. So, I've decided to have you 3 second years join me on the school festival executive committee.
Okay.
Why?
It will allow us to gather without drawing suspicion. Plus, trying to blend in will only do the opposite.
Fine.
I agree. The more time I have to kill, the more time I'll spend worrying about all this stuff. No matter what happens, I don't want to regret my decisions.
Don't jinx it!
It would be no surprise if they came directly to our homes for questioning. They showed up at your school after all. I should remain cautious.
For now, the best option is to stay on the defensive. But we won't make progress at this rate. Let's try and figure out who the real culprit is somehow, okay?
Of course.
You okay? Someone totally framed us. Yo.
Oh!
Let's watch the last DVD.
I don't know about this. What if I make a fool of myself on the course?
You've been preparing for this day. The only thing left to do is win.
And then they fail, because the mission is not to succeed. I was teaching so well, I give them different pep talks to them.
Oh!
I mean, that's kind of what I do whenever we play darts. Yeah, sure, whatever, Morgana. Last DVD. We've watched them all.
Okay. Well then.
Yes. I have another suggestion. Call for the arrest of the Phantom Thieves, then mobilize the police. The rest will go as you mentioned. Still, I'm truly amazed at the atrocious methods you come up with.
It's all a conspiracy. Oh god. Mishima, please change the thing. Fans are guilty too? Nah.
What's going on?
annoying me and I'm getting phone calls from the faculty office absurd about who exactly are the Phantom Thieves. That's all we want to know. I really have no clue what method they're using. Killing someone without directly interacting with them is like magic. Speaking of magic, did you know there's magic in math too? The magic square. Square which adding up the numbers of any row, any column, any diagonal gives you the same total. Thanks, son. Look at this.
Do you know this one?
Now tell me the total for each column in the Magnus square. 15.
This is it.
Correct.
That's correct. It's easy once you know which numbers fit in the empty squares. 3 by 3 square only has one pattern, but 4 has 880 possibilities. 5 by 5 squares mean more than 200 million. Can you believe that? Wow, really? Pankun seems kind of smart, doesn't he?
Nice going.
Are you really smart to answer a question like that? Care. If you had to choose, would you try to find the Phantom Thieves or solve the 2 million magic square? I could choose the magic squares, hands down. May both be magical, but magic squares can be calculated. Math doesn't kill anyone. I don't know. Beep beep. So, what are they gonna do with the school's festival executive committee? I need some help with filling questionnaires. What questionnaires? Ones regarding who people want to see as the guest of honor. Oh right, they do that thing every year. I mean, with those lame guests gonna come to a panel, right? Festival day has been changed because of the situation. We need to hurry and tie the results. Now to student council room once classes are over. Ugh, so damn boring. Don't be like that. It's so we can meet up without standing out. Let's do what we can at the moment. Making sure I work hard at home. But you do that all the time. I can look above. So did you find anything, Haru? About that. No good, huh? I'm sorry. It will arouse suspicion if I ask too many detailed questions. No worries. I can manage on my end somehow. We're counting on you. I can't go, but message me if anything happens. I'll leave this to you guys. My apology, but I cannot be much help in this situation. It's okay.
Damn it. We don't have time to be doing crap like this.
You don't need to keep mentioning it. We're doing this to keep suspicions off of us, remember?
Goro Akechi. This one too, Akechi.
They're mostly the same over here as well. Everyone's so eloquent when they can be anonymous. It's like they never accepted us to begin with. It would be nice if you did some work too, Ryuji-kun. You came to help us count these, right? Come on, leader. Can you tell him too?
Take this seriously.
We're gathering information too, you know, like online and stuff.
I guess that's one way of saying it.
Oh, look here. This ain't good.
Criminal profiling? The acts of thievery committed by the Phantom Thieves are mere fakes. And their true goal is murder? Every heart they changed before Okumura was just a warm-up?
So now they're accusing us of being a bunch of killers.
God, this is so effing stupid! Damn it!
We have the results. First place is Goro Akechi.
What? Akechi?
Were you not listening?
What are you so surprised for? We've been mentioning him this whole time.
Seriously? Not some singer or an idol?
It's because of us that his popularity has skyrocketed.
We're the ones counting the results. Can't we just make him up? We don't have to get him.
People will figure that out. He won by a landslide.
I knew people would vote for him, but this is way more votes than I was expecting.
It would be best for us to avoid inviting such a clear danger upon ourselves. I'd like a little more time to think about who to ask.
That reminds me. How is Futaba-chan doing? She seemed like she was looking into something on her own. Has she told you anything?
Not really. Let's leave it to her.
We're not gonna get arrested because the police tracked her down, right? That's the last thing we need now.
Even one clue would work wonders for us. We should let her continue with her own investigation. I hope she finds something.
Hey.
In response to the police identifying the Phantom Thieves as primary suspects, Goro Akechi had this to say.
Even though my opinion has been met with criticism, I've held fast that the Phantom Thieves are not just. However, I believe the recent series of suspicious deaths is unrelated to their actions.
Oh, really?
What? Did I hear you correctly? But Akechi-san, you were the first to caution everyone about the Phantom Thieves. Were you not?
This doesn't change the fact that they are indeed a dangerous group. That said, I would like to express that immediately linking them to this case is far too hasty. There are still many questions to be answered here. It feels as though there is more to this.
After this conference, Akechi-san announced he will be limiting his media appearances and...
I wonder why the sudden change.
I'm super stuck on my Okumura investigation. Seriously? Even you're in trouble with this shit? What should we do? Let's meet up and discuss our options as soon as possible. Tomorrow? Early better, right? No, I can't come up with anything myself. They say 2 heads are better than 1, so I can only imagine what 8 heads may produce. That's a good way of thinking. That's totally an Ari idea. Okay, let's do everything we can now. Even if it means crossing some dangerous bridges. Considering how far we've come, we can be particular about our methodology.
What are you staring at your phone like that for? Oh, are you going through a breakup?
No. That's not it.
Whoa, no need to deny it so seriously. It was just a joke. By the way, you haven't been causing any trouble, have you? I heard the police showed up at your school.
It's about the principal's death. It's nothing about me.
As long as you're not getting involved. Well, fine.
Alright. No. Wait. Yes, actually. Wait! We gotta go return the DVD. Well, is the shop open at night? Look at all this! Oh, those ladies are so creepy. I missed it already, okay.
Wow.
Are the most useless people in the world forming a team to fight aliens. Through kindness, okay.
Well. Well then.
Eat however much you want, GLaDOS. Delicious. Just who are you, human?
This is really distorting.
We're the ones people expect nothing out of. We are the Avengers.
Aliens return to their home planet out of pity. Does it mean humans what? Feel pity those aliens have for the heroes. So stupid. I like it. You watch credits all the way to the very end. Alright, let's go home. Oh wow, it stopped going down. That's a shock.
Makoto, has Nijima-san told you anything about the investigation?
Well, Sis actually stopped mentioning anything about work in front of me. It's possible I made some sort of mistake. Regardless, I thought over the matter of who we're going to invite for our school festival. I'm considering asking Akechi-kun.
For real?
Weren't you talking about how you didn't want to draw danger to us or whatever?
I understand this is dangerous, but without a powerful source of intel, we won't be able to win against the police network. And I can no longer rely on my sister for information.
Wait, is this because of Akechi-kun's police connections? You're going to use him as your powerful source of intel? Bold move. I'm surprised to hear that suggestion coming from you, Makoto.
Did you see his press conference yesterday? One of his comments defending the Phantom Thieves stood out to me. There is more to this. I think he said that knowing for certain that the Phantom Thieves would be watching.
Still, there will be so many other students at the school festival. What are the odds of success?
It's a gamble, and the odds are less than favorable. But we can no longer afford to hesitate.
True.
What are your thoughts? Should we invite Akechi-kun?
Should be fine.
Okay then.
Excuse me?
Is everyone else okay with that?
I'm good. Whatever he says has got to be more reliable than what I've been able to come up with.
It would be reassuring to gain him as an ally, rather than simply a source of information.
I don't trust him.
How are we even gonna get in touch with him? It's not like we got his contact info.
Actually, I do.
For real?
Could you send that my way, please?
I'll contact him right away.
Gotta say, I'm really not big on this Akechi deal.
I'm not either.
Now's no time to be petty.
Just think of him as a source of intel, nothing more.
I have a response already. He says let me think about it.
Wait a sec. Didn't he say he wasn't gonna do any more stuff for the media?
That's likely why he's so hesitant.
What are we gonna do if he turns us down?
I'll keep trying. Maybe frustrating, but he's all we have at the moment. We need him to do it no matter what.
We're counting on you, Makoto.
Oh boy. I thought we end up relying on Akechi. Yeah, me and you both. Turning a DVD, thank you very much. Anything else you need? Nope. Watched all the DVDs. Alright, now you gotta go to the walkway. Drink a drink. Actually, do I need to do this anymore? I'm maxed out. Yeah, might as well.
Hey, what do you want?
Going just to get the Chunky Katsu and then we'll talk to the twins again.
What do you want?
Sorry, that was just funny to me. Heads up, Justine.
What are you gonna do today?
Alright, time to name location. Justine, you do the honors.
No.
Listen closely. The place you wish to evaluate rehabilitation is a repository for so-called art exhibits. Apparently, such places collect many objects solely for the purpose of displaying them. Autumn is the season referred to as the season of the arts in your world, so it is rather appropriate timing. Art is the expression of the heart and it echoes both artists and viewers, so I've heard. Strength of one's heart is strength of their persona, and I'm certain this place shall aid an inmate's rehabilitation. Does this location sound familiar to you? Well, if you know where it is, then escort us there immediately. Might be talking about the art museum in... you know.
What'll you do?
Let's go. You mean the art museum?
Let's go, inmate.
Alright.
Onward, inmate.
Is it... what is that you humans call art. We shall see for ourselves. I see. Our prior information was correct. There appear to be a great number of objects on display here. All of these art exhibits, apparently I've heard them before. Alright, they involve humans' aesthetic senses or something. Let's go and inspect the premises. Are you even capable of appreciating art properly? What? What do you mean by that? Stop shouting so loudly. The sign's prohibited. I know. Anyway, let's go appreciate some art already. Don't touch it, please. Phew! The number of people placed on display far exceeded my expectations. Art sure does take many forms, though. Some of them were downright photorealistic. Anyway, wouldn't it be easier to just take photos of those situations? Or was it those portraits, or whatever they're called? What's the point of painting a gigantic human face? Those landscapes are far more incomprehensible. What's so interesting about painting some dull terrain? Where's the fun of painting living humans or scenery just so other humans can look at it? They see true beauty. I see now. The paintings of the flowers and noble women here may fit that description. There are paintings of empty mountains and wrinkly old men too. Is there true beauty in those too? I don't get it. Speaking of, there's one that just looked like a bunch of scribbles. Why would something like that be displayed? I understand different art have different levels of craftsmanship, but was it simply on par with a child's? No, if anyone's a child here, it's you. Even I could sense something special from that painting.
Excuse me?
What are you on about? It's scribbles, any way to look at it. The face is all screwed up and those ears are wrong. The painting is an accurate depiction of the darkness within human heart. Unfortunate, Caroline, seems you lack even a shred of aesthetic sense. Excuse me? He was lacking... Justine, you're lacking proper eyesight.
No.
Perhaps you lack any sense at all. Sounds like you need a good shock to the brain. I'm sure it'll happen next time I get an alarm. The same can be said for you. Hey, inmate, who? Are you gonna tell me that mess of sketch is really art? Art is challenging. I get what you mean, at least I think. I think you're merely evading the question. I suppose we'll draw this one a draw for now. Did you see that painting that looked like a bunch of scribbles? Apparently it's worth 500 million yen. What? Even my youngest can make something that looked like that. What? 500 million? That makes no sense whatsoever. I wholly agree with you on that. This requires further study. Let's continue to inspect the premises. We went one way, now we're going the other. We saw a great display of interesting art. Last sculpture we saw was nothing but a tasteless reproduction of the naked body. You gonna tell me that counts as art too? I thought the human concept of beauty simply took many forms, but it spread all the way to the realm of the bizarre. Why do humans even pursue this beauty in the first place? Do you waste efforts striving towards beauty, inmate? I'm already beautiful! Rather be ugly. Your level of ugliness makes no difference on us, but you work on your rehabilitation so you foster a beautiful heart. But anyway, we've seen the art humans are so fond of. This assignment is officially complete. Here is your reward. Nice. We haven't learned why some humans call autumn the season of the arts, though. Well, whatever. Shall we head back? I read as the wrong person. Shall we head back and try to make our own paintings? Fine idea. What shall we paint? A guillotine? The master?
Fine. Let's go.
We'll figure it out when we get back. Hey, inmate, get stepping. Oh boy. I reported this website. Stop!
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well...
Have you been sleeping well? You look kind of tired. It might be a place to might not be my place to ask, but are you okay? What do you mean?
No.
Never mind, it's nothing. Reminds me, tomorrow's school festival, isn't it? Class finished with the preparations. It feels nice working with everyone to put things together. Hope we all have a fun time tomorrow. I'm only going to do some training today, so please excuse me.
Hey.
Oh, yes.
I met a friend from college the other day. We caught up talking about old times. So, it's a crazy story. Some of the stories sounded too crazy to be true, but we got it so many years behind us. Sometimes people have a hard time remembering what's real and what's exaggerated. That kind of stuff can happen to you guys too, right? There's a reason for this, and the phenomenon has a name too.
How about you?
Okay, Thankun. What? From a psychological standpoint, what's the key reason our memories differ from reality? Memory bias.
This is it. Right.
Right, impressive. It's a type of cognitive bias that can impair or even alter your memories. Specifically, the name phenomenon is called false memory. The name implies it's a case where our brain may generate memories simply aren't true. Get that question wasn't even close. Wow, oh boy, he's actually smart. Dadgummit. Okay, hold on. Difference between accurate and memories and the facts can lead to a lot of confusion. Still, if your subconscious desire manifests as a memory, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. False memories, huh? All real to a person, right? Strange concept. Okay. Oh, lunchtime. Pissy! Oh, grades are out. How'd you do? Damn, I'm dead. Look at that. Look who got the top score. It's me! I'm the top of the class!
Hey!
It's amazing everyone's gonna have their eyes on you. Yeah! Most studious disguise! That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. What? Any word from Akechi? Nothing. Tomorrow's the start of the school festival. Will this be okay? Akechi couldn't decline our offer. We don't have a guest. Huh? Wait, is that what you're worried about? I appreciate the concern, but it'll be fine. I need to get Akechi-kun to agree to this somehow. Yep. What's that bastard up to anyways? He hasn't done anything since he said he was going to go into hiding. I'm not sure. I'll try explaining the circumstances around the school festival to him again. Hopefully he can give me a response by the end of the day. I'll let you know if I'm making any progress on that front. Pissy, are you guarding me? You sweet girl. She's so small.
Welcome home.
Honey, I'm home.
You're back awfully late. How has business been for you lately?
Take a look around. Is the Nijima lady doing well?
Unfortunately, we haven't seen each other lately. We had a difference of opinion.
What are your thoughts, Representative Shido? It doesn't surprise me that people say our country is lethargic. We've let these phantom thieves run amok.
That man's voice.
And because they've targeted only prominent figures, our government leaders have been hesitant to act. I apologize for any concern they may have caused, and will henceforth search for an apt countermeasure.
Lies.
That politician's really honorable. I like how quick he says he's gonna do everything.
Oh, shut up.
This is an important undertaking, and one I intend to confront with every asset available to me. The selfish criminals enacting this social reform are in fact the ones most deserving of reformation.
Lies.
Answering to the interests of the people as hastily as possible is my natural duty as a politician.
Man, this guy is admirable.
Shut up!
Rampant political scandals. Thieves on the loose. As sad as it is, this is the state of our nation. We must resolve this problem. And I assure the people of this noble country that I will do just that.
Uh-huh. Empty promises. That's him. I met this man somewhere before.
What are you standing there staring off into space for? You're creeping me out.
It's nothing.
I'm not worried or anything. You're just blocking the store entrance.
That politician is honest and carries an overwhelming amount of charisma.
It feels like a trustworthy leader for Japan has finally come forward.
Come
Don't
to
you think,
America
boss?
and start saying that.
Sorry, wasn't listening.
Criminals, hmm? Well, that must be how he sees it. However, that is ignorant of their true nature.
Huh? Don't like politicians?
It isn't about liking or disliking them. It's more about how he suggests the Phantom Thieves be crushed when they've yet to be arrested. If this Okumura incident was not the Phantom Thieves, if they only change the hearts of criminals, then even though they can't be considered innocent, perhaps my goals are not so different from theirs.
Are you a fanboy?
I knew there was something special about you. Ever since the first time we met, I feel as though I could tell you anything during our conversations. Oh, that reminds me. I've been invited to a panel at Shujin Academy, and... wait. I'm sure you know that already. Considering it's such a good opportunity, I've decided to accept the offer.
Yay!
Thank you for the coffee. It was delicious.
Glad you liked it.
I'm happy I could see you. I'll be going now.
Are we? Okay, what's going on? Some real complicated stuff. He seems fair but smarter than you. Excuse me? Oh, I didn't notice I got a response from Ketri-kun who expected the lecture invitation. Well done. Thank you. The first step is done at least. Either way, the real issue is what we do next. Lecture is the afternoon of the second day, yes? Wait, you're coming to our school festival? It's during my exam week, so I'll be able to go in the afternoon. Can you afford that distraction? How's your studying going? Decently. Incidentally, will the counselor be at the festival as well? Oh, Dr. Baruki? Probably. I see. I can finally witness his skills for myself. Have to prepare a gift. They say first impressions are everything. I don't know if we'll even be there. If anything gets confirmed, I'll drop you a line. Much obliged. Wanna come to Futaba? Come on, it'll be fun. Seriously? I don't see why not. We should all get together. We should all walk around together tomorrow. Sounds good. At a time like this, it's a perfect chance for us to relax, though. Are you sure you're okay? It seems a little soon. I am, thank you. I just dreamed about walking around school festival with friends. Oh, sweet pea. Suppose I like to say that. You can say like that. I can resign myself to enjoying our time there too. Thanks, Haru. It is my pleasure. Alright, what are we doing tonight? Hey, guess what? I got top of my class! Dad, did you hear me?
Yo.
How'd your exams go? Perfect.
Oh.
Guess you can't judge a book by its cover. Maybe you don't need this. Oh well, take it. Thank you. Me myself. It's got my finest coffee beans in it. One year before exam, but, well, you still have more tests. Don't let up on finals. Yo, we got hang out with the boy. The fanboy. Hold on, let me get a capsule real quick though.
Oh.
Don't worry. I didn't say a word about you guys, those dumb cops. Did the request like I asked you to. Thanks. While researching that actor, came across some substantial new info. Are you free to hear what I have? Yeah. Let's go.
Alright.
So you know the actor I suggested next to Holly Pearlie is marrying that idol from the rumors. He probably couldn't live with himself after what he did to her. Her reputation took a total 180 after he announced the marriage, though. People used to hate him. Now that he's in, everyone wants to talk how sweet and manly he is. Yeah, welcome to our life. Anyway, you can't oppose the will of the public. Good thing we didn't decide to change his heart. Support for the fan things would have really dropped if we had. I need to make sure our next target is one we can win against. And how exactly will we win? Proof is the one we're doing is the right thing.
Actually,
oh, by the way, I came up with a new plan of attack. Let me guys more real famous. We just need to answer promising quest. Right now there are tons of idiots doubting you, trying to influence others to do the same thing. So we're gonna purge them. You need to chill.
Sorry
about that. Purge is a pretty disturbing word, huh? It's not like there's any better way to phrase it, though. Truth is, it looked like some of these idiots who were criticizing you sent them warning messages. Something like, if you don't change your ways, you'll be our next target. I mean, no, totally working. They started dissing the P-thieves. Don't call us that. There's still some people who say they don't believe, but deep down they're really just afraid of you guys. Isn't that great? Plus, now that those haters are gone, bunch of people putting much more info on the forum. Things like, please and help me. It's so much fun. You're worrying me. All I do is find my own way to change people's hearts. I'm above the simple stuff like producing advertising now. To change the world, I have the strength to do that now. Oh. Akiyama-kun. Elmashia, I haven't seen since graduation. Haha. We actually saw each other here not that long ago. Oh yeah, I guess you're right. Akiyama-kun? What? Are you okay? What does it mean? Does it look like I ain't okay? I don't know, you seem quiet. Shut your mouth, Zero. I got time listening to you. Zero.
Damn it.
He acts like I'm total nothing, but still takes time to try and mess with me. Change though, I'm way better than a loser like him. Even I heard he's been hanging out with some shady people. They're all scum. Wish we could change their hearts for the good of our society.
Oh.
Wait, that's it. We could change his heart instead of the actors. That's right, decided. Your next target's gonna be Akiyama-kun. Let's see, where's his info? Speaking of targets, you guys are gonna come after me someday too. Are you feeling guilty?
Huh?
You're really considering it? Good joke, Fang.
See you around.
Anyway, I'm heading home. I'll send you Akiyama-kun's info later. Trying to push target and so to answer his own agenda. Should go discuss this with the others. So he wants to get revenge on a guy who made fun of him. Didn't he give us some other weird request too? Something about that handsome actor? Is Mishima-kun trying to take advantage of us? Apparently, he also threatened anyone who dares speak ill of the Phantom Thieves on his forum. Perhaps we should enact and change your heart on Mishima, not this Akiyama fellow.
Wait, hold on.
Well, he ain't that bad.
Yep.
Well, I guess we can find out happening if we manage to find his shadow. It means he's already worried we're gonna change his heart, right? We'll probably be able to track down his shadow and mementos. All things considered, I think our best course of action would be to defeat it and change his heart. Mishima-kun, it almost feels wrong not considering such an option. We can't have him causing any more problems for us, though. Either way, we can decide whether or not to change his heart later. For now, we must meet his shadow. Let's go.
Now, let's carry out our plan.
Let's head into Mentos and track down Mishima's shadow. Who are you? Could you be the Phantom Thieves? Yep, it's us. So you want to change my heart after everything I'd done for you guys? Me? Of all people? If you just shut up and listen to what I told you, the Phantom Thieves would get even more famous. If you did that, I'd get some spotlight too. It wouldn't be just some stupid Zero anymore. There's finally some hope back in my life, so why? Why are you insisting on stopping me? Yo, losers, get out of here. I want to talk to your leader alone. It's all your fault. When I came along, I knew my role in life was supposed to be the guy that everyone messed with. I had accepted he was Zero, embraced it even. Once I figured out you were one of the Phantom Thieves, everything changed. You just had to get close to me.
Damn it.
I mean, seeing a real-life hero do all this amazing stuff made me wish I could do something more. I want to change society, too. I want the world to notice me. I could just make the Phantom Thieves famous. Maybe I'd end up famous, too. Would that really satisfy you?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. But I don't have any other choice. I don't use special powers like you guys. Heck, no one even pays attention to me. In the end, this is why I need you guys. You're the only way I'll be able to make a name for myself. Sorry. I'm taking off my house coat. I know it's wrong. I can't push my way into the spotlight now. Will I? Anyway, bring it on, Ray. You came here to fight, aren't you? What, you're gonna change my heart? Do it yourself.
Hey.
Come on, let's go. Sure, he learned something, spent all this time with us amazing heroes, yeah?
No.
I need the Phantom Thieves. I need to be famous. I need to... Well. That was only like one thing. No one docks us, please.
The festival seems to be a success.
There's definitely a lot more people than last year.
Well, yeah. This place got famous and all. Phantom Thieves, Kamoshida, Principal Kobayakawa. On top of that, we've got Akechi as a guest.
There may be police officers in plainclothes, too. Actually, they probably are here. We better be careful about what we discuss.
Acting like normal students is going to be important.
What do you normally do at a school festival?
Eat.
Look around at the exhibits and eat stuff?
There's no set rules for this kind of thing. Walk around and hang out, like when we went to the beach.
Just enjoy yourself.
I think I can do it if I've got everyone with me.
Yeah.
You're so laid back. There's a possibility that your name and Ryuji's have come up.
A number of the teachers had been questioned before, and even we were interviewed the other day too.
Don't let your guard down too much.
It's true that the initial members have been at this for a long time, making it easier to get tracked.
All right.
Now, let's leave it at that. We just need to be mindful about what we're saying, correct?
Thank you, Haru.
Oh,
You seem to be having quite a lot of fun, Haru. You did mention that you were looking forward to this.
I want to go around with everyone and eat at the refreshment stands.
No.
This'll be a great change of pace from all the nasty stuff lately.
Shall we head off to the stands then?
Let's do it.
Oh, right. This is your first time at our school festival.
Yeah, I'm excited.
They're pretty good, from what I've heard.
I know a great one. Follow me.
Okay.
This is the place.
Made takoyaki?
Takoyaki!
New customers! I'll show you all to your seats.
So, it's your class's stand.
It's still a refreshment stand, isn't it?
It's like a deserted island here.
Well, I guess it's good for talking since there aren't any people here.
Pissy! We heard
She's
a
still
lot of
sitting.
rumors even on our way here.
And it was all bullshit.
Here she comes. Act normal.
Who cares? There's nothing normal about this anymore.
Don't talk about Phantom Thieves stuff.
Welcome home. May
Hello.
I take your order?
Take my order? What happened to the maid atmosphere?
There are a lot of odd flavors.
Stick to a normal one. I bet they...
I'm so sorry. We sold our last normal one to the previous customer.
The hell?
Well then, I'll have the mentai cheese takoyaki.
I'm sorry. We're out of cod roe.
What?
Then how about the squid?
We're currently out catching squid. It'll probably take another 5 or 6 hours.
That doesn't even sound remotely possible! Ain't this whole menu just a sham?
Actually, we spent most of our budget on making the maid costumes look nice. We didn't put too much effort into the octopus.
Oh, I can see that!
Ryuji, you're making a scene. Then, what would you recommend with what you have now?
That would be the Russian takoyaki.
We'll have that, please.
This will take a little time.
Let's forget about the octopus and get back on topic.
No.
On that note, hearing Kamoshida being almost treated like a victim makes me want to eat my stress away.
Ew.
I've even heard conjecture that the principal was targeted for reasons like he knew too much.
I kept hearing about Goro Akechi's popularity.
All thanks to the Phantom Thieves.
You know, did that Akechi guy agree to show up here because he believes we didn't kill anybody?
Or he may simply love large gatherings.
Oh, true. He didn't seem like he minded being pampered by the media at all.
We plan on stealing intel, but we might fall into another trap. I'm gonna be bummed if that happens.
It's possible.
We won't let that happen.
Okay.
Still, it doesn't change the fact that we don't know what Akechi-kun is planning.
Thank you for the wait. Ooh, it's fresh made.
Lies. I heard a microwave go off.
Well, it's not like I was expecting crispy takoyaki at a school festival or anything. So, what makes this a Russian takoyaki?
Could there be jam in it as a secret ingredient? That sounds quite delicious.
Doubt it.
Well, one of these is special.
One of them's obviously red. That's gotta be the one.
I was about to say, could it be this? Oh, it's going into it like, look at it. Pay attention to it.
Dude, don't tell me the Russian part means...
Russian roulette.
It's like going for the obvious one is manly.
Oh, if this isn't a hint to the next game I'm playing. What if I do? Playing Russian roulette, obviously.
Is that so?
I'd prefer the most beautifully shaped one. But all of them are misshapen.
Oh, aren't you all going to eat? I think I'll go for the special one.
Wait, is she honestly going for it?
Do you want to go for the red one?
Think it'll be spicy?
Well, yeah.
It could just have red food dye.
Everyone's all here.
Oh, I don't like that he said that.
The panel isn't until tomorrow, though.
I came to check out the venue. I can't make any mistakes since a lot of people will be present.
He knows. And I know he knows. He said everyone's here. Fuck.
Someone's eager.
But people ended up recognizing me. Everyone bombarded me with questions.
That's because you were sloppy.
I grew tired of the baseless rumors they kept bringing up, so I escaped to where there weren't any people. I'm going to have one of these.
Okay.
The special one.
Let's just call this my performance fee.
But
it's fine.
It's quite the...
Eating it in one bite is a bad idea.
My throat. This is... oh, my stomach. It burns.
Are you okay? Do you need water?
I'm fine. I just love spicy stuff.
Hey, does he sound broken to you?
Yup.
Well then, I'll see you tomorrow.
Wow, he's really trying to hold it together. He's waddling around like some comedian.
It's like he wants to get picked up for some commercial or something.
But did he truly come to simply check the venue? This isn't good. I keep suspecting every little thing.
I know what you mean. I'm doing the same too. I need to do my best tomorrow. We need to somehow get him to be our source of intel. I'm gonna pull this off no matter what.
That Akechi guy, when he got here, didn't he say that everyone's all here?
Yep.
Everyone?
You're just imagining things.
Nope. Nope. Nope, she's not.
So, I guess we got through all of it okay?
Yes, but the associated mental fatigue was extraordinary. Being cautious takes a lot out of you.
Seriously, I think I'm as tired now as I am after midterms.
I didn't mind any of that. I just love seeing that detective gulp down the special takoyaki.
That was fun.
I had fun as well, since I got to spend time with you all.
Haru, you sweet bean.
What would you like to do now, Haru? Walk around a little more? I appreciate the gesture, but I'm satisfied with stopping here.
No.
Why don't we go home and rest up? We'll have to deal with Akechi-kun again tomorrow, after all. I have to agree. What will his next move be? Oh?
Wait. What's up? Kira, Yusuke's missing. Oh, did he go see to... He went to go see Dr. Maruki. Think he's still checking out all the festival stalls?
Let's head back.
Sure, it's fine. This is Yusuke we're talking about. Let's head home. He went to go see Dr. Maruki. Excuse me, are you Dr. Takuro Maruki, correct? Huh?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I.
My name is Yusuke Tutagawa. I'm a student at the Fine Arts Division in Kosei High. I apologize for interrupting your day, but ever since Ryujin On spoke of you, I've gotten quite intrigued. I wish to speak with you as well. Oh, Sakamoto-kun and Takamaki-san?
Quite.
I'm quite flattered you've taken an interest in me. You hear about the counseling, correct?
Indeed.
Yusuke, please! Please, this is not how we do things! Now teach me how to unshackle the human heart that goes to the eternal abyss!
Hold on.
Whoa, hold on there. Should I put this? Your enthusiasm is appreciated, but I suspect there's a huge misunderstanding in what I do. I apologize, I simply couldn't contain my excitement. Still, would you permit me to witness your counseling skills in action? It's not really allowed.
How about it?
How about this? Wanna try counseling yourself am I counseling yourself instead? Me? Of course, there's no charge. All I have to do is chat with me for a bit.
Well then.
Very well then, I shall go. Oh, head to head. I shall go head to head. Not sure what you think happens in counseling, but there won't be any of that. I see, so you're Madarame's sons. It's in the past. How curious, never imagined counseling to be like this.
Well,
I'd say it's less counseling and more building a rapport. When someone first comes to see me, we always start with them telling me a bit about themselves. Method of self-reflection that relies on speaking with another person so to sort one's own emotions. It sounds similar to an internal cross-examination I perform when working on my art. There really shouldn't be any cross-examination in a proper counseling session, though. I just do my best to guide patients in a positive direction so they can improve their lives. At the very least, I talk them through their problems so they can make the correct choice for themselves.
I see.
However, you're leading them to their conclusions. Are they truly making choices for themselves? Isn't it just submitting to another person's will? In all honesty, I'm sure there are people out here who think like that. My life in this world combines people to certain frames of the mind sometimes without them even realizing it. If I can help lift the weight off their shoulders and free their minds, I believe the results are worth it.
Indeed. Thank you.
Thank you for speaking with me. It's been a most valuable experience.
Oh, yes.
Oh, before you go, Kitagawa-kun, what would you say is your greatest wish in life at the moment? Would it be to success as an artist? No, that's not it. My only desire is for my art is to move through my own efforts. I see. Then what would you wish for? I would wish for the world to see my mother's painting and the masterpiece it is, no matter how briefly. If at all possible, I wish I could meet a wonderful master, one who would take me in and guide my brush with care. I see.
All right.
At any rate, I must be going now. Please excuse me. I hope we meet again someday.
Well then.
Rouse Bales, the moment of truth. It's Akeshi's panel. Apologies for disappearing so suddenly like that. The legend of the lost Inari has come to an end. Where'd the hell you go? Did you just get lost? I saw a man who resembled Dr. Maruki, so I went to see him. So he was there? Did you go to the counseling? Yes, it was certainly not what I was expecting. Once this goes over, I'd like to go for another session. Try not to cause him any trouble, alright? I'll do my best. Are you all at home? Yeah. Are you still at school, Yusuke? No, I'm getting back to the dorm. I'm getting ready for bed. Already? That unusual? Tomorrow's Akechi. Is that unusual? Tomorrow is Akechi's panel, after all. Early night might mean he'll concentrate tomorrow. It's true. We need to stay focused for tomorrow. We'll have to stay calm no matter what he says. Right, I'll keep that in mind. It's really up to Makoto to get as much information he can from Akechi. Make sure we don't miss anything.
I should write something.
Wait. Nope. Oh, photo! Photo time when we're all at the food stand. Oh. Man, even the yakisoba looks high class when Haru's eating it. Please, you're exaggerating. It's my first time having yakisoba from a food stand, though. It's more delicious than I imagined. It was! It wasn't as good as instant stuff, but it's good. Yeah, I don't know why, but from a stand at the stall is always weirdly tasty. Speaking of which, where are the photos you took of us, Han? Now he picks of us too, right? You mean the one who took Akira's yakisoba? One with the with the big red mountain of ginger? Oh! No, that one was straight in the trash. I had dry seaweed all over my teeth. I don't blame her.
Oh.
We're gonna play video game. Which one are we doing? This one.
Okay.
Legend of Gambler Goemon.
Well then.
Henry's technique book. It's Goemon can cut through the problem with a specialty cheat. Use the technique. Alright, what do I do?
Oh.
Something appears. Is that a demon? Deceitful thief who ravaged the world above the shamelessly entered infernal domain. I'll show you the horrors of hell. At least I would, but be warning to bring the famous Goemon, the same annual person. I shall use 2 dice in my hand to play a little game. I call it evens or odds. Beat the demon through an ice. Can you choose first, odds or evens? Evens means I know what those mean. If you choose, I'll roll the dice. If you guess the result correctly, you win. Otherwise, you lose. You understand the rules? Absolutely. Odd. One and a 4, odd. Yeah! Nice, you got it right.
Yes!
Great, you won the bet. Incredible luck, you spent nothing less of the famous Goemon. You win, continue forth. I win. Demon's gone, the gate open, looks like you move onward now.
Nice.
Second technique help, we can just admire efficient. So admire till you have assistance is cool. Okay, whatever.
Nice.
Starting to get late, let's head to sleep soon, okay? Yeet. Shut up. Media's garbage as expected, yep. Accurate.
Well then, we will now begin today's panel. Our guest of honor is Goro Akechi.
I feel kind of bad considering how many people have gathered. I'm sure you all would have been happier to have a singer or a mascot appear, wouldn't you say?
No.
We'd appreciate if you could tell us about your experiences with the notorious Phantom Thieves. It'd be wonderful if you could let us hear more about your actual investigative process.
I'm not used to being the one interrogated, so please go easy on me.
How much do you think he knows?
Everything.
He talks about the Phantom Thieves are dangerous, yet he says they haven't committed any murders. Either he has an idea who the true culprit is, or he has uncovered the identities of the Phantom Thieves.
Come on, Makoto. You gotta get it out of him.
As much as you're allowed to say, would you tell us how far along your investigation is on them?
Getting right to the point, I see. Well, if it's as much as I'm allowed to say, then everything on TV and the internet is all of it. We don't have any leads yet, and the methods behind their crimes are still unclear.
I see. Even with this country's power, arresting them is proving to be difficult. Is that the case?
interrogating people? Why, it's as if you're a prosecutor.
Excuse me. This is something I've personally been interested in, so I couldn't help it. But won't you tell us? What reason is there that you'd claim their innocence when you previously stated they were unjust?
Mako-chan's really pressing for an answer.
She's pelting him with questions.
Every person whose heart they changed have truly been criminals, including Okumura. Why then was he the only one who needed to be killed?
Why is that?
I must admit, I couldn't deduce a reason. That's why I believe that case should be thought of as if a different party is responsible. And if, this is all hypothetical, mind you, if the Phantom Thieves are the ones I know of, I can't possibly imagine they would kill anyone.
Oh.
Your comment just now. Does this mean the police have already identified who they are?
He knows.
Oh, no. The police haven't gotten that far yet. But I have my own conclusions about the true identities of the Phantom Thieves.
He's gotta be bluffing.
Pipe down. He's lying, right? But if it's the truth...
You're not going to ask me who they are?
Oh, he's looking right at us.
May have repercussions on the investigation. Are you sure you can share that with us?
It's only my personal opinion, so announcing that here wouldn't pose a problem. However, there is a possibility that everyone present will hear the truth before the police or media.
The truth? What's he planning on saying?
That's quite the confidence you have. If you're so certain, then very well. I'd like to ask you then, who do you think the Phantom Thieves are, Akechi-san?
That idiot!
No. There's no way he could have any evidence.
Oh, but could he?
People you all know quite well. The identity of the Phantom Thieves are... it's mine. I apologize for the interruption, but I can't turn off my phone due to my job. Would you mind if I step away for about 10 minutes or so?
I'm terribly sorry, everyone, but we'll be taking a break. We'll resume the panel in 10 minutes.
Please don't troll me online for this interruption, okay? Is there a room I may use?
There's the PE faculty office.
I want you to come too. There's a matter I want to discuss. Your friends from yesterday are here, aren't they? Can you bring them too, if that's all right?
Did you set this up?
We only have 10 minutes, you know.
What do you want to talk about?
Oh, yep.
That's gotta be shopped.
Yep.
I have video footage too. Please, let's not feign ignorance. All of you can go to that other world too, yes?
What are you talking about?
As I just said, I know everything. I also know that when you traverse over there, your appearance changes as well. It's because of those mysterious powers, isn't it? I found out about that world about a month ago. This had been installed onto my phone without my knowledge.
Dude, it's the nav.
Ryuji, shut up!
When the app activated on its own, the scenery around me suddenly changed. Quite frankly, I still can't believe it myself. But from the look of these photos, all of you seem quite used to it.
We've been listening to you blab on for a while now, but cut the delusional...
All of you are acting as Phantom Thieves in the metaverse. I can say so with conviction because I have the same power as you.
Really?
I'll take your silence as confirmation. In all honesty, I've been curious about you since the time of the Madarame case. But to think it would end up like this.
We didn't kill anyone!
I believe that as well.
How can you be so sure?
Because I saw another. The real culprit.
For real?
Who was it?
I couldn't identify his face. He had a mask on, after all. Actually, when I took these photos, I entered that world too. That's when I saw someone else moving about, besides all of you. He shot at me the moment he noticed me.
That's who killed President Okumura?
Most likely. At the very least, I was almost killed by him. I can't die here. I need to determine the truth. When those thoughts overcame me, I awakened to that power. A most fortunate accident.
This guy has a persona too?
Yeah.
This cat. I swear it just talked.
Yeah.
Morgana, our teammate who taught us about the metaverse.
Really? This is unbelievable. But it is true that you know things that I don't. Say, Morgana, were you also the one who instructed them on how to change people's hearts? I experienced that world too. But I still haven't solved that mystery yet.
We go in the metaverse, we call them palaces, to steal the core of their desires, their treasure. And those whose treasure has been stolen have a change of heart.
Ah. There's certainly no way anyone could figure out such an MO.
Anyways, back to what you were talking about. Are we in this mess because of that guy?
Although I don't completely understand the method, all you do is simply reform people. Someone else is behind the murders. However, the police have decided that the Phantom Thieves did it. They'll arrest you at this rate.
They're going to treat me as my father's murderer?
I can't overlook such a grave mistake, which is precisely why I want us to strike a deal. I may be able to save you from this situation.
A deal?
I would like you to cooperate with me on investigating the truth.
And if we decline?
Then I think I'll have to inform the police about all of you. Along with that video I mentioned.
We don't have a choice.
This ain't no deal, it's blackmail!
Say what you will. This is the method that I believe is correct. The justice I uphold will not tolerate criminals who kill people at their leisure.
Justice.
You've heard that Sai-san is the one spearheading the investigation about you Phantom Thieves, correct? The higher-ups are concerned only with settling the case. They want to capture the culprits behind the psychotic breakdown incidents and end the commotion. Those are the ones who are putting pressure on Sai-san. I can only imagine her impatience.
What of evidence that we did it? How do they intend on proving it?
Even if there's no objective explanation to the method, it's over once causality is established. Sai-san can't make rational judgments at the moment.
Yeah.
If she were to be cornered, well, she may even make up a confession.
Make it up?
So, they're gonna make it all our fault? Just because they feel like it?
Yep.
We haven't killed anyone, though! And we're still going to be arrested?
You'll be found guilty if you're caught. And it will be treated as a very serious crime.
Bullshit! None of that makes any sense!
Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do alone anymore to stop the flow of things.
And that's why you want our cooperation.
Yes. In return, I'll turn a blind eye to what you've done. Those are my conditions. That
Sure.
said, I ask that you disband the Phantom Thieves after this.
Make us!
What should we do about Akechi-san's proposal?
Let me think it over.
I see. I don't think it's a bad deal, though. Well, you don't have to decide at the moment. Considering this is you we're talking about, I believe you'll come to a favorable reply. I'm glad we could talk. It's been a while since I've been able to spend such a meaningful time like this. I look forward to your answer. It was definitely worth coming today. For various reasons.
You are too happy
We should
about
be
this,
getting
man.
back. About that. I'm sorry. Would it be acceptable if we ended the panel here? The reason why you called for me in the first place was because you wanted intel, correct?
My business is concluded as well.
I'll deal with it somehow.
Damn it! He had complete control over us!
Hey, they're going.
Whoa. Getting hazy.
I'm sorry about the sudden break. An urgent task came in. So, I truly apologize about this. But I'll have to end things here today.
To make up for the time that was planned for this panel, the Rakugo Research Club will instead be...
I can't say anything in detail regarding the Phantom Thieves investigation. But I feel another great stride will occur again soon. I hope you all continue to pay attention to what happens.
Let's have a big round of applause for today's guest, Goro Akechi.
Was that really our best course of action?
He totally used Makoto's suggestion against us.
Indeed. We intended to get intel out of him, but to think it would play out like this.
So what? We'll just accept his deal?
Do that, we can turn it to the police.
We've got evidence on us. We really don't have a choice.
Damn it! What are we gonna do?
Calm down, Ryuji.
How am I supposed to calm down? What are we gonna do?
What's done is done. We'll have to cool our heads and think more on this. We must make up our minds by the time he contacts us again.
We need to give this a lot of thought.
Similar occurrences followed in succession earlier
It's just
this
a postcard,
spring.
right?
Although things have quieted down until recently, several incidents have occurred once again. Furthermore, new information has come to light about the suspect who suffered sudden mental shutdown. He had received a calling card from the Phantom Thieves.
Lies.
Have something like this.
If a calling card was delivered, we can only assume that the Phantom Thieves are behind it. If so, those occurrences back in spring can be attributed to them as well. Moreover...
I knew it. She's... Oh, God.
Oh, no.
The post-festival party is about to begin in the gymnasium. Please join us, everybody.
I don't wanna.
Post-festival party? I thought this thing was over. Nobody invited you to it, so let's just go home.
Huh? Senpai, aren't you going to the post-festival party?
Not sure yet.
Then why don't we go together? Festivals don't come around every day, so we may as well enjoy it while we can.
So, I mean, no offense, but my buzz has been killed real bad.
It seems like it's already begun. Let's get in there, Senpai!
Okay.
And now, it's time for your favorite Shuji tradition.
Getting accused of murder!
Special. But before that, we've decided to change things up this year. We've got a huge surprise for you all. Members of the dance club, come on down.
Oh goodness, they play P5 dancing.
Just standing around while everyone dances is embarrassing. Senpai, let's do it!
Just lean against the wall. Let's bust the move! Please.
Hey, you're Yoshizawa-san, right? The first year? We've got a little favor to ask you.
Got it. I'm in. Senpai, I'll be back soon. They've asked me to help them with something. Just wait here and watch what happens.
Are you gonna do backflips? Did you not see my sweet moves? No! Morgana's cute.
Huh? Yo, who's that? Huh?
Do a flip! You think the people who dyed hair just put chalk in their hair?
That's crazy.
She dancing. Well, that's probably Kazumi to cool off a bit outside.
That was so exhausting, but what a blast! I feel like I danced my heart out back there.
As great as I expected.
Thank you.
Wow, that dance was amazing.
I know, right? I was totally blown away.
I think that's Yukiko's voice acting. Did you finally get your phone updated?
It's my dad. He's telling me to come home before it gets too late. Sorry to leave you like this, but I have to get going.
Be careful headed home.
I will. Please excuse me. The post-festival party was so much fun, especially with you. See you soon.
It's quiet down, looks like the dance is over. Ought to head home. What? Oh. Post-festival party's about to begin. Would you like to go together? Tried to think about what happened earlier, but it got me nowhere. How about change of pace? How was it? Oh no. Post-festival party, try to calm down and came inside. What can she say? I'm getting pissed. If she was here, she'd join me. How rude. Yes. Thank you. I'll be waiting in the gymnasium. She's the one I'm going.
Alright, that was a great performance by the dance club. Everybody give them another round of applause.
Woo! Just clap in a circle.
Phew. I'm sorry. I can't stop thinking about what Akechi-kun said.
I know. I'm worried too.
It's so frustrating being unable to do anything.
And now it's time for your favorite Shujin tradition, the student sharing special. Round of applause, everyone.
Sharing? I never knew we had such an event.
All right, who has something to say? Anyone? Anyone? No? I'll just have to pick someone then.
Heh.
Oh, he's going to choose? I wonder who it will be.
How about that fluffy-haired girl over there?
Oh, that sucks.
Huh? Is he looking this way?
Yup.
Well then, come on up.
He's talking to me. isn't he?
Yup. These guys are cute.
Come, everyone's waiting.
I blush. I cause it a blush.
Well, I'm going.
And your name is? Wait, you're Okumura-san?
Yes. She's
I'm sure you're, still grieving.
You over there gets up on stage. Oh shit! It's the guy whose father just died.
My, deepest apologies.
Oh, please don't worry.
So, do you have anything you'd like to share with us?
Something to share. I have too many things.
Here, let me give you a question then.
Eh?
Do you think the Phantom Thieves are really Shujin students?
Well.
Oh?
Man, he's going in.
Ooh.
They are, your father's killers.
Who do you think the killer is?
Ketchikun was going to say about their true identities. So, are they from Shujin? What do you think, Okumura-san?
Kara's in trouble. Need to change the subject. Do you have a boyfriend?
To tell you the truth, I'm interested in that myself.
Wow, way to go!
I think it was him.
Yeah.
Wait!
So, Okumura-san, what's your relation to this guy?
That wasn't what we were talking about.
But it's a different subject. Please, Okaru, please go with it.
She's quite flustered. Is this a hot scoop? But I'm a gentleman. It hurts my heart to bully such a sweet girl. Well, did you all enjoy our blushing beauty? Thank you very much, Okumura-san.
Just when it was getting interesting.
The post-festival party is finally over. It turned out to be more like an interview party, huh?
Yeah.
I still can't believe you said that.
You were in trouble.
Huh? Right. At any rate, I'm not sure what I would have done without you. Thank you for saving me.
No problem.
You're a mysterious person, but you're so reliable. I think the two of us will get along quite well in the future.
Yay!
As they say, who knows what may lie ahead? For now, I'm worried about what happened with Akechi-kun. But I have to say, my first post-festival party was quite fun. Though, I guess it's my last too.
No.
Here, I'd like you to have this.
What is it? Sakura, I don't know how to pronounce that.
I bought it earlier.
It looks delicious.
Now then, let's go home.
Yeah. I don't want to hear about this nonsense.
Welcome home. You took off somewhere during the festival, huh? I tried to find you, but I gave up pretty quickly.
Futaba? What are you doing here in front of the store?
I needed to calm my brain. My thoughts were getting out of hand. Not just Akechi, but other stuff too. We're in deep trouble unless we can do something soon. But anyway, I was just thinking about going inside, so your timing is perfect. Let's go.
Futaba, you're in trouble.
The mass media has been causing quite a commotion lately. No countermeasure for the Phantom Thieves, the sorry state of the police, destruction of safety. They're saying whatever they want. So, how's the investigation progressing? Any clues yet?
Nothing that leads to a firm conviction yet.
What's going on here? Didn't you say that you were sure about closing this case? And I thought I told you that failure won't be tolerated. Well, this is troublesome. If things continue at this rate, never mind a promotion. We'd have to let you go entirely.
But sir...
I had high expectations for you. But it seems this task was too much to handle for someone so young. We may need to reform the operation as well, since the selected personnel for this...
Please, let me see this through to the end. This case is something that I've always...
I know that you've been at this for a while now. Even before the police spared us the staff for it. If you can manage an arrest, I've made special arrangements so that you can question them personally. That's what you want, isn't it?
We all know that
The leadership
happens.
of this country is about to change. We can't let this case carry over into their term. I'll make myself clear again. Failure isn't an option. We need results.
I understand.
You're allowed to take some bold measures if you need to. We need good results, no matter what. Oh, one more thing. If the unexpected happens to occur, contact me immediately.
To you, sir?
I said that failure isn't an option, didn't I? Yes. Everything is proceeding
Oh,
as planned.
I hate that portrait worse. Smug fucking face.
Sojiro?
I was cleaning up and found this. This is a calling card, right? I read about it online, too.
You went into my room without my permission?
I'll apologize as much as you want later. So, what is this?
That's...
Is it something to get flustered over? I knew it. This isn't just some game you're playing. Why aren't you saying anything?
Why did you keep it?
I mean, it was memorable.
Explain.
Explain.
Can't tell me?
Explain. Hey, if this keeps up, Futaba's...
I'll explain everything.
I'm talking to Futaba here, you know. I'll get right to the point. Is this a real one? Did they trigger a change of heart in you? How about it?
Ever since Mom died, there was no exit. I was trapped in a labyrinth of my heart. I knew I had to leave it, but I couldn't do it by myself.
Futaba. Here, sit down. I can at least listen to what you have to say.
Oh.
The Phantom Thieves saved me. They stole my messed up heart. It's the same as Mom's research. They changed my cognition.
Seriously? Wakaba's research about altering one's cognition. I wondered about it myself, too. Still.
When did you notice?
When she said she was gonna go to the beach out of nowhere. And even the doctors had thrown in the towel. At first, I just chalked it up as other kids being a better support for you than any adult. But as I kept watching the tabloid shows here day in and day out, a thought crossed my mind. I thought, Your case kind of seemed similar to what these Phantom Thieves were doing.
Wow.
I'm still your guardian, you know. I'd never overlook a drastic change in your behavior.
Sojiro.
But to think that Wakaba's research and the Phantom Thieves changing hearts were about the same thing. Back in the day, I used to be a government official. My job was to be the bridge between the country and the lab that Wakaba worked at. It's around that time that I got to know her. She said something odd when we were out drinking, that one of these days, she might die a bizarre death. Who wouldn't take that as a joke? I just laughed it off. But it happened exactly as she said. If anything were to happen to you, I'd feel like I let her down. There's something I want to ask you. Judging from your attitude, you knew about this calling card, didn't you? You should have known that Futaba had a change of heart through the Phantom Thieves as well. Is there a connection between you and them? The first incident of a change of heart was a teacher at your school. The kid who brought that painting here was a pupil of that artist who had a change of heart, wasn't he? And then there's Futaba. You always seem to be linked to these incidents somehow. Got anything to say?
Sorry for keeping quiet.
You know what people call them? Criminals.
I know.
Why did you introduce such dangerous people to Futaba?
That's not true! I asked them! That's why he saved me! He stole my heart!
Don't say that to your parental figure!
Stole?
Not romantically.
Wait, are you saying that he's the one who changed your heart? But he doesn't just deal with the Phantom Thieves. He's actually one of them? You're pulling my leg, aren't you?
Oh.
Are you serious? You really are a Phantom Thief? Oh, for crying out loud.
Sojiro!
So, basically, I've been sheltering a Phantom Thief for the last 6 months. And on top of that, Futaba's involved too. What the hell?
I want to find the culprit who killed my mom!
Wait, killed?
She was killed! I remember it now!
Stop this nonsense!
Why won't you believe me? Are you the same as everyone else? Didn't you know already? The way Mom died wasn't normal! Didn't you notice that her research was stolen by someone? Sojiro!
When she passed away, I did think it was odd. It was awfully fishy. But what could I do? All I was able to do was run from it all. Run away, hide, and end up here as some old guy running a cafe. To be frank, I took you in for my own good. Like it'd somehow make up for what I'd done. It's basically my fault that you got burdened with all this crap.
It's not your fault, Sojiro.
I acted all big, lectured, even yelled at you kids. And I end up getting consoled by her. God, real pathetic, aren't I?
I'm sorry.
I mean, the one who killed Mom's the one at fault.
I see. Don't worry. Even if you are the real Phantom Thieves, I have no intention of reporting or kicking you out.
I don't know why I knew it. Just something about this whole scene just got me so on edge.
I mean, who would believe such a story? Unless they catch you red-handed, it's impossible to explain that you're the Phantom Thieves. Let me just say one thing, though. Immediately back out of a fight that you can't win.
Okay. What do you mean?
Don't you get it? If, by chance, you pissed off the same guys that killed Wakaba, then they're not someone that kids like you can deal with. Listen to reason, all right? We're done talking about this. Come on. Time to eat. All that yelling's gotten me hungry.
I thought Cedra was gonna assume something when she said stole the heart.
Whew. If he turned us in, that would have jeopardized our operation. Still, we should
Hey
tell
Cedra,
the
guess
others
what? The
about
cat's
just happened.
involved.
I'm tired.
Futaba that looks so weird, just floating over the table. Oh no, I didn't mean to fast forward it! Dang it! I just meant to turn the auto off. Hold on. What, he knows everything? You got me effing. Wait, he actually says fuck! He actually says it! What? You okay? Did he report you? We likely wouldn't be receiving these messages if Kira was not okay. I had a feeling Boss was no ordinary man. He didn't recommend you turn yourself in, did he? I think in that case we can consider him a new ally. I'm more concerned about what he mentioned to you. You mentioned how our enemy might be the same people who targeted Futaba's mother. Okay, we already read this. Yes, she was killed by a mental shutdown, the same method used by the culprit we pursue now. Wait a second, didn't you say Boss had to run from it all? Does that mean someone was trying to stop the news from getting out? Who would do that? Who do you think the culprit could be? A government official. You let your imagination run wild a bit, but it would make sense. Wait a second, if you're right, that means the police would be working for him too? That's not impossible. This is getting too big for think about this. Can we really win this?
We're gonna win, no matter what.
We're gonna win because the plot demands it. Oh boy. What are the thieves doing up there with? I normally don't check it this much, but I kind of need breaks from all of this. Just everything's like hitting like a truck. What got updated? The thieves den. Oh yeah, there's a photo. That's true. Is there a new thing in here? Nope. Oh! Tara Yusuke, what's up?
This is how Father saw the world. Part of me still can't believe it.
Agreed.
One can hardly blame you. When I saw the work condition of my own father figure, the reality was very difficult to accept. Even though I logically understood, it wasn't my entire being rejected.
Excuse me?
You too?
What is justice? Was my own course of action the right one? I still struggled with this and never come to an answer. Or I believe it's all right for now.
See, such feelings never go away, do they? I suppose the more important things in life just don't have simple answers.
Yeah, it's true. Oh yeah, I think we already looked at that. So is it the picture thing that just changed? Sorry, guys. Excuse me? I could have just put an emoji over her face. Look at the, oh, you already said there was a thing there. Thing there, nope. Alright, let's just leave. Oh. I'm a bit concerned because I know there's a game that you press buttons for, and I might plug in my PlayStation controller for that. Alright, let's just... Taba Soda seemed down later. You decided to do, right? Okay, yeah, let's talk to Taba.
Sorry.
It's my fault, because I kept the calling card. It's so late already. Is Sotra still awake? This is kind of awkward.
Don't worry.
I'm gonna go home. Night.
Well then.
Let's call it a day and go to bed. Wait. Yeah, I can't do anything today. Okay.
That concludes the speech given by Representative Masayoshi Shido, who may be forming a new party.
Fuck you.
We now resume our coverage of the Phantom Thieves, the suspects for Mr. Okumura's death and others. The police have designated the Phantom Thieves as the country's most wanted fugitives, and have decided to reward anyone with information leading to the capture of the Phantom Thieves.
Look.
Those who provide information will be offered a reward of 30 million yen.
Oh,
and considering the high amount, it shows how extraordinary the situation has become. Reward money will be supplied by the police and the families of the victims. Further,
If I report you to the police and they arrest you, I supposedly get 30 million yen for it.
it's insane.
I hope you understand the situation you're in.
Yeah.
Even people who didn't have an interest before will be on the lookout for the Phantom Thieves. And it'll happen every day, even at school.
I know.
Why did this happen?
I didn't know it would.
I see. Well, how do I put this? I'm sorry I didn't realize it. It's also my responsibility that this happened. All I can do now is give you shelter. Just don't become desperate and do something reckless, all right?
I know.
I won't sell you out. As long as you're here, there's nothing to worry about.
Thank you.
I feel bad about what we've done to the chief. I'm responsible too.
Did you see that reward? Perhaps we put too much pressure on them. With this, the Phantom Thieves have become public enemy #1. Exactly. That will be when their curtain falls.
Hey, great!
Shut up. Yo, did you see the news? I braced myself for this possibility. Actually, having a wanted notice out for us feels kind of weird. Not sure we're gonna get away this time. Our backs are turned against the wall now. Discussing it here won't do us any good. Let's talk more in person. Okay. Welcome to the team, Akechi! Hey, you know, we turned you in for cooperating with us. How does that sound?
We're wanted now. And the reward's 30 million yen? What is this, a comic book? It feels so unrealistic, I can't help but laugh.
They're finally being treated as actual criminals.
I'm positive now. Remember all of those what-ifs I mentioned before? All of this was truly set up. How President Okumura ranked first, the Fad before that, even Medjed. It was all to make the Phantom Thieves famous. On top of that, we were lured to target Okumura. Yeah, the enemy likely planned to lay the blame on us from the start, after we gained popularity.
Then what about everything we've done until now? Are the people whose hearts we changed and thought were corrupt actually not?
No.
No. Because of Yusuke and I, the Madarame and Kaneshiro cases were coincidental. Wasn't that the case with Kamoshida too?
Yeah.
Considering what happened with the rankings, only the previous target would have been used to lure us.
What a cheap trick to use.
Cheap? It's nothing of the sort. There's the fake Medjed and the site's altercation. They might have even engineered the Fad around us. So much time and effort has been put into this. President Okumura probably wasn't their only target. Perhaps they intend to place all blame of past and future psychotic breakdowns on our group.
That's why I said we shouldn't jump into things so carelessly.
What, so this is my fault? Even you agreed to it in the end. And there was that thing with Haru at the time. How are we supposed to ignore that, huh?
I'm sorry. This was all because I one-sidedly decided that my father was a criminal. All I could think about was my fiancé. If I had only been able to cope with it more calmly.
No.
Haru?
It's not Haru's fault. I should have spoken up too when Principal Kobayakawa died.
Damn it! This is bullshit! God! Fuck! Ah!
Ryuji! Taking out your frustration on things doesn't help anyone!
Hey, what do you think? Why did we lose? What did we do wrong?
He baited us.
It's probably because we weren't acting like ourselves.
Agreed. At the time, we only cared about the opinion of the general public.
Yeah, that really is it. I was so caught up in making a name for ourselves. I'm such an idiot! I became a phantom thief because I hated those same kinds of adults!
To think we had begun clinging onto fame and a place to belong, that our eyes had become clouded.
We were meant to be the righteous phantom thieves, but we lost sight of our original cause. I'm so irritated with myself. Makoto.
Damn it! I know that we've been set up, and that I was a complete idiot too! But still, it's so damn frustrating! Of course I want to do something about this!
Yeah. We'll be in deep water at this rate. However, we have no idea who we're up against, and whether they're an individual or an organization.
Furthermore, they must be in a position of power, or have powerful backers if they can go so far.
Are we really a match for this?
Should we end this now? I mean, things might get worse for everyone.
Hey, what should we do?
Let's turn the tables.
Yeah, running away with our tails between our legs is exactly what they want.
We'd be dumping everything we stand for just to save our own asses.
I see. I take back what I just said. I can't let it end like this.
Yeah.
Absolutely not like this. Looks like we're settled on what we want to do. All that's left is how we go about it.
Yeah.
Who Texan?
Hey, it's me. About me yelling earlier, being framed, and the added bounty, it all felt like such bullshit. I lost it. I'm sorry.
You have every right to be frustrated. I know how you feel.
Too. It is confusing. We're wanted criminals now. Maybe I haven't changed at all since that time we went up against Kamoshida. I wanted to be a phantom thief because I thought even someone like me could be a hero. It made me so happy to be depended on. Guess it all went straight to my head. I thought I could do anything if it was for justice, but that'd make me no different from our targets. I called them shitbags, but I must be the shittiest of shitbags.
No.
I can't even joke about it.
Things will turn around.
You're right. I can start by changing who I am now. Thanks. I feel like I can think straight now. Oh, I scared Haru and Futaba, didn't I? I'll have to apologize to them soon. See ya.
Oh? I got a message from Akechi-kun. He says he wants to gather at LeBlanc tomorrow after school. Who's he think he is, trying to boss around like that? Tomorrow? That's sudden. It's directly after the reward announcement. Must be calculated reason for this too. We'll be okay, right? We'll manage. Yeah, we're gonna overcome this together. Regardless, I don't want anyone disturbing our pace anymore. Let's go about this calmly. I'll see you all tomorrow.
We've reached a crucial moment. There's no point fretting about it now, though. Let's just stay calm and wait for tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
You gotta figure. Cam thinks I need to find out who's behind all this. Okay.
I should write something.
Oh!
Let's play a game. This one.
Okay.
Sarah Legend of Gamba Goemon. Use the technique.
Oh!
Shrine, giant demon, and red clothes standing over there. So we've come. Welcome, King Yama. King Yama is playing what Torment doing. He plays dice game. Know the rules. You need to hear no need for that. Game is much stricter than private demon. You need best 2 out of 3 to succeed. Otherwise you lose. Even.
For real?
That was an odd number, but suppose I'm wrong. Results even. You win. Nice! I'm expecting going on. The opponent hasn't noticed the thing. Even. Hurrah, such powerful light.
For real?
The pips on the dice change. Suppose it's an odd number, but I guess what's wrong. Results even. You win.
Yes!
You won the bet. You won? Not since your fate has not come to an end yet. The world of living is nothing but suffering. I hope you have the strength to survive through all of it. I beat the game!
Yes!
Finish the legend and Gemma Goemon.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, cool. It says send it. Send in the password if you see it, you get a prize. Promotion from years ago, probably no point in doing it now. Hard to write down anything. Antique game stores, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, we could take it to the Akihabara place. Deleted by admin. Deleted by admin. Wow.
An issue in which criminals do whatever they want under the name of justice cannot be left alone. Only now does the government speak of taking countermeasures, but their actions are too little, too late. The government as it stands has been left behind the times. It is obsolete. We don't have to go down with a sinking ship. We have the power to change this.
Yeah, I have all the miraculous.
Let us end this chaos through my hands and yours.
He's a politician of the ruling party, isn't he?
I heard they're splitting up to form a new party, so an election might come before the year's end.
I'm gonna vote this time for sure. This man has my support.
You haven't voted until now? That's problematic as a member of society, you know.
Yeah.
Politics just never interested me before. But this politician seems pretty amazing.
Wow.
He's passionate and thinks of the future. I mean, someone like that should be prime minister. I'm definitely voting for him.
Oh, so
I
he's
suppose that
future
makes
prime
sense,
minister.
Since the other politicians seem so unreliable.
Our son Arcana is just standing over here like, what do you want?
When you say that you want us to cooperate with you, what exactly do you intend us to do?
That's a good question. But might I have a cup of coffee first?
Quit effing around!
Please keep this short.
There's a bounty for information in addition to the arrest warrant. Those are quite desperate measures.
Don't
I'm
remind
referring
us.
to Sai-san's actions. I assume all of you are at your wits' end as well. She must be considerably vexed if she's gone that far. Make headlines with the arrest warrant, then use incentives to get testimonies. It's not a bad method.
The police have nothing on us. There's no way they can make an arrest.
True. I'm the only one who's ascertained your true identities. However, the groundwork for fabricating testimonies and concocting a culprit are underway.
We don't care about that self-gratification. Get on with it.
I'll be blunt. I'm thinking of triggering a change of heart in Sai-san. I've already discovered that she has a palace.
Huh? Really?
Is this to prevent the investigation agency's recklessness?
Precisely.
Still, there's no need to change her heart just for that.
Indeed. It's hard to believe that a single person can fabricate all that.
Unfortunately, that's not the case. What if I told you that those around her would turn a blind eye to false evidence? You saying the police would do such a thing?
It seems they're more trusted than I thought. Their priority is settling the situation. They don't care who the supposed culprit is.
No!
They're completely rotten.
My objective is to find the true culprit. That must be the case for all of you too. However, the current situation is extremely bad.
If worst comes to worst, someone unrelated will be set up as the culprit, huh?
Our only solution to this is to make Sai-san come to her senses. If she's in her right mind, she can stop this situation. Her sense of justice wouldn't allow it.
So that's why.
The truth will be covered up, and an innocent civilian's life will be destroyed. I can't allow such a thing to happen. My own ethics won't stand for it.
I mean, I guess I can understand how you feel.
And changing Sai-san's heart will be to protect her as well.
How do you mean?
If the true culprit were to learn that she's responsible for the investigation, what would happen? I'm certain they'll aim for her life. She's the perfect target to place blame on the Phantom Thieves. So how about it? Will you agree to my plan?
Even though you're particular about being just, you're willing to get your hands dirty?
It can't be helped in order to ascertain the truth. There is also one more merit in changing Sai-san's heart. She'll be a fine warning to others not to meddle with you any further. They can't go public if someone in the investigation has a change of heart. It'd show their corruption. All that's left from there is for me to discover the identity of the true culprit.
What do you mean?
You're gonna tell us to announce our disbandment once the real culprit is arrested, aren't you?
As expected from a Nijima. So, what do you say? I don't think it's a bad deal for either of us.
Makoto, what's your take on all this?
It's a well-made plan. It even takes putting an end to our team into consideration.
I'm flattered to hear that.
You don't be smiling.
Why are you willing to do all this, Akechi-kun? Why do you seek justice?
Because of sickening human beings. Yes. My contempt for such people drives my sense of justice. It isn't some grand reason like society's sake or some lofty ideal. It's simply an absurd grudge. And extremely personal.
Dude.
You know, doesn't he remind you of us?
You think?
I can't really explain it. But I guess it's how some disgusting adult pissed him off.
We're similar, hmm? Maybe that's why I thought that I could ask this of you all. Won't you cooperate with me on the mission to change Sai-san's heart?
We don't have a choice.
Thanks. I was actually rather worried there. This mission can't succeed without your cooperation, after all.
The Phantom Thieves will be disbanded, and everything will work out. I pray it does.
Mako-chan. I'm okay. I never brought it up until now, but the reason I joined the Phantom Thieves is because I wanted to change my sister's heart. I was hoping I wouldn't have to resort to it, though. I've also known for quite some time that she has a palace.
Why didn't you tell us?
It was too selfish of a reason. Though I was too scared to look any further into it on my own.
Why don't we try going there now to scope the place out? A lot of this will be new to me, so I'd like to get myself accustomed to it too.
Let's go tomorrow.
I'm sorry, I actually have plans today.
Yeah.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Will you tell your sister about this? Of course not. It's just...
You seem awfully evasive today. Is something the matter?
I just can't make time today.
Let's call it a day then, and resume this tomorrow.
I'm sorry, everyone. Wasn't Makoto acting a bit weird?
This is about her sister.
Well, I guess that can't be helped. Regardless, it all starts tomorrow. I hope this goes well.
only just a few days ticking by. In a month, but still.
A palace? In me?
Yeah.
Not only that, Goro Akechi? Then the Phantom Thieves targeted me as per his advice?
Yeah.
And he had already experienced the metaverse by the time of the Okumura case? That can't be. I mean, he never said a word. Although, his attitude did change suddenly around that time. Akechi-kun kept quiet about the most important details, and my own sister may be a Phantom Thief? If this is all true, I was out of the loop the entire time I led the investigation.
Yep.
What a joke. So you became convinced of another's existence through the 2 mental shutdown cases. And if you were apprehended while falsely accused of those crimes, that villain would still be loose. That's why you targeted me? Not for your own preservation? That does make sense, more or less. If you simply wanted to evade capture, triggering my change of heart wouldn't guarantee anything. Your actions as Phantom Thieves would still be met with hostility.
Yeah.
No. If this villain does exist and is setting up your group, I would be targeted next. Did Makoto come up with that speculation? Perhaps I'm overthinking things.
No. But I am getting dizzy. Again.
Hey! You need to keep your focus.
I was drugged. Do you need...
It seems you're completely worn out. But the look on your face isn't one of defeat. Why is that?
I'm not alone.
I'm amazed. It seems you can still talk. When you were arrested, a man at the scene told you that you were sold out, correct?
Yes.
Those words normally hint at the existence of a traitor. However, if your story till now is true, one reason can be concluded. It's frustrating to admit, but at a certain point... No, most likely from the start. I was a mere puppet. Someone set up only to bear responsibility later. Someone intended your arrest, and the minimal staff directly involved were in their pocket. And if that's the case, true integrity would side with you.
Sai's slowly starting to accept the truth. Sai is going deeper.
All right.
No, I'm jumping to conclusions. I don't believe your story yet.
Sure.
There's something I need to confirm with you. Was a change of heart triggered in me? What happened in the time between entering my palace and your arrest? Tell me everything.
I'll try.
What's this favor you need? It's late already.
We'll be going to Nijima's palace, so I want to look into her. Things like her work ethic and relationships. It doesn't matter whether it's public or private. Those would help us come up with countermeasures in case we hit a roadblock in her palace.
I can look up more, you know. Stuff like her repertoire of underwear.
Stop!
A girl shouldn't say things like that. You tell her too.
I'll do that.
I thought you'd like that.
No, I don't like adults.
Also, I may be overthinking it, but my voice... Ow!
Same as always.
Let me finish first. There's something else we want you to look into.
Huh? Oh, it's getting blurry again. Biz. Where are we meeting today? Oh right, we never told you where to meet up. At the courthouse. Where's that? Hint, government office district. Sumi Gesiki? Indeed. I've never heard of this place before. Never been there though. Yeah, me neither. It's not somewhere normal people usually go. Oh, just opening the map is impressive. Police Department, Ministry of Justice, Public Prosecutor's Office, and Public Security. Dive buildings right near here there too. For real? What kind of scary place we going into? We'll get caught, right? According to Ketchikun, our identities haven't been discovered yet. So we're going to plunge head first into enemy territory. Has anyone else contacted Akechi? We're gonna meet him there. Be on guard, everyone. We'll be heading right into the lion's den. Oh boy.
So this is the courthouse. You can tell it's a revolting building just by looking at it. Let's hurry up and get started. Akechi, what did you find out?
I rarely get to see Sai-san directly, but I figured out her course of action. On the 20th, an investigation will likely be done at Shujin Academy, as well as the Sakura residence.
For real?
Then that means our time limit is November 20th.
Still, there will be quite a bit of red tape involved. I doubt it'll take place before the 20th.
We'll take your word. For now, we need to focus on infiltrating her palace.
I concur. And we should probably get going soon. After all, people like us standing around here is quite unnatural. Well then?
That's...
Huh? What about my smartphone?
This is the model I wanted! You're so lucky!
I'm so sorry. Until recently, Futaba was actually well...
Just that motion is adorable.
It's okay. Sai-san told me the gist.
Oh, right. Akechi-kun, it may be best if you exchange contact info with everyone, too. Not just me.
That's true.
Ooh! I'll send everyone's contacts to you later.
Thanks. Well then, I hope we get along. I'll do my best.
You got a good personality and good looks? Talk about cheating.
She's praising you, I believe.
Then shall we get started?
We need to figure out what Makoto Sis thinks this courthouse is, right?
I often hear her call it a place of competition in which she must always win.
A competition, huh? That sounds like Sai-san.
A stadium.
It'd be unbearable if you were put on trial for a reason like that. Although, a competition means it's a match of some sort. Might it be a martial arts ring?
Conditions have not been met.
Then perhaps a stadium? Or maybe an arena?
Conditions have not been met.
There are other competitions besides fighting and sports.
Gambling then.
How about a racetrack for horses? Other than that, there's pachinko, but does that count as gambling?
We played cards during the school trip.
Conditions have not been met.
What else is there?
It must be a casino.
Candidate found.
I thought gambling would hit
I
it, but
definitely
okay.
see Sai-san in you.
Oh.
Well, it's time we head in then.
Beginning navigation.
Head right past there and keep a low profile.
That's it, huh? What's going on here?
We are looking at the courthouse, aren't we?
Seems like it.
Let's go.
Right.
Kira, it's here to hear you talk. Oh boy, it's casino time.
The courthouse is a casino.
Everywhere else seems to be a normal cityscape.
Isn't that...
The police station, yes. I didn't know that the station and the courthouse were next to each other.
Our attire hasn't changed. That must mean we aren't considered threats or hostiles yet.
Right. Areas outside her courthouse palace must not be worthy of her attention. Wait, I always look like this. I'm special. Besides, I can't do anything in my cat form. The police station's also part of her work area, though, whenever arrests are made for her cases. I've brought her food and belongings when she was sent on loan to the police.
We got no business with the cops, right? This might be the metaverse, but I don't want to go in a station.
That reminds me. He'll need a code name, too.
Codename?
Phantom Thieves can't go around using the real names, right? It ain't cool either.
Just for reference, what is everyone else's?
Skull.
Mine's Fox.
We pretty much decided on them with how we look, didn't we?
What is it, Haru? Oh, it's nothing.
Then, perhaps Karasu will be best for me. You know, like a raven.
Are your clothes all black or something?
The reverse, actually. If our codenames are to hide our identities, wouldn't that be better?
Karasu. He'd be the only Japanese-sounding one. Why not go with Crow instead?
Okay.
All right. From here on out, you're Crow.
Got it.
Now then, let's head into the courthouse. Now then.
This is all for some illustration. Okay. Hold on. Nope. Come on, everybody, let's go.
Okay.
So, this means we're acknowledged as a threat, correct?
Yes, long nose.
Dude, you planning on stealing stuff in that getup?
It just means that's what he thinks a rebel looks like.
No. This is my mental image of a person who sticks to their justice.
Well, I think your mask is more apt for piercing rather than sticking. That aside, the people in here look completely normal.
But we're in a flashy casino. There's no doubt this is a palace.
Oh, right. Crow doesn't know too much about cognitive beings, does he?
Ah, yes. In addition to similar topography, cognitive people exist based on the ruler's perceptions.
That probably didn't make much sense because all the fancy terms he was using, huh?
In essence, since these look like real people, Sai-san's view of others is surprisingly undistorted. Considering what I see before me, it's difficult to believe it is not actually a real casino.
Not all cognitions are normal, though. In Futaba and Okumura's palaces, we had to battle them. People may look normal, but we should be careful. Particularly of those in positions of power.
Is this what you have to go through every time?
Yes. That's right.
This is a first for me. I'm somewhat nervous.
Shake that off.
Just don't slow us down, Crow.
I will not allow that to happen.
Okay, it's time we head inside. Our deadline for this infiltration is November 20th. Any later and we'll get caught in reality. Of course, we'll need to secure an infiltration route before we send out the calling card. As always.
So the calling card wasn't merely for show? It's a necessary step?
Yes.
Will you please stop interrupting?
My apologies.
Well then, let's go.
I feel somewhat nervous.
Well then, let's begin securing our route.
I can see it.
Let's see.
Focus.
Oh, so we can't get past there yet, but
Welcome. Come on out, you petty thieves.
She can see us?
You're after the treasure, are you not? Come on down and I will tell you where it is.
What? We're not going to fall for a trick like that.
It's not a lie. I only wish to do this fair and square. You aren't going to run, are you?
We should do as she says. There is no point in hiding any longer.
what?
So you've come. The treasure is located on the manager's floor, at the highest point of this building.
Why are you telling us this?
It's as I said before. I wish to go about this in the fairest manner possible. First, I ask that you come up to my location. We will continue this there.
I doubt it's gonna be that simple.
Damn it! Over there!
It seems we'll be able to use that elevator to reach higher floors. Come, Joker. Let us pursue her. Let us get...
Okay, yeah, we will. Give me this, though. Oh, wrong side.
Authentication required. Please insert your member's card.
Member's card?
Perhaps it bears relation to a players' club of sorts.
I can't handle your technical speak. Just give me it straight.
Casinos typically have a membership system called a players' club. Some locations even have areas cordoned off for particular ranks of player. Considering the setup of this place, I thought things may be similar here.
That'll make this shit simple. Come on, let's join this player thingy.
I would agree with you, but...
Shadow!
As I expected, registration will not be such a simple matter.
She must be daring us to challenge the security of this place to make it to her.
Here it comes!
It's OC!
No need to worry. I'll handle this. I need to prove my worth to you, after all.
I have high expectations.
I promise to surpass even such lofty hopes as those.
There he is, it's Robin Hood. Dadgummit, OC, why do you look...
Let us begin. Don't worry, you can leave this one to me. Take them down, Robin Hood! Taste my wrath!
strong. Don't do anything reckless.
Persona! Now, Robin! Someone cover me!
You gotta watch them! I use my persona! Feel my rage!
Oh, I'm pissed.
Persona! Here!
Chase my wrath!
It's Blast or Curse? I forget which one.
Persona! Ready, Joker. This should do. Mistake.
Okay, so it's 2 less. Alright.
Persona! Daisojo!
I forgot I had that. Jeez Louise. Not so bad. I'm capable of much more, and I'll deal with the shadows quickly. Wait! Didn't some of you are getting ambushed based on what we heard earlier?
You're right.
I'd like to deal with them as quickly as we can. But now we have infiltration route, I suggest we return and now prepare. Very well. I trust your experience and judgment. Let's do that. Oh boy. Today was truly one surprise after another, helping continue to strive and working together. I don't like it. What do you think, Precious? Just being fluffy and cute. Agreed. We'll need to explain the steps we take, though. It is unnecessary. First we secure infiltration route, then we send a calling card, correct? In doing so, the core of the ruler's distorted desires will manifest into a physical form. By taking that core, the change of heart will be triggered. I deduce the steps would be something along those lines. A+! Ain't easy as it sounds. Don't underestimate this shit. I'm not underestimating anything, I assure you. By the way, Nichima's shadow seems really confident. Yes, there's no knowing what may await, so let's continue cautiously. Very well, let me know when you'll enter the palace, yes? Of course. Perfect, I'll be available anytime you need me. That's enough for now, let's prepare well for the coming task. Ah yes, my apologies for somewhat derailing the conversation. We'll be counting on you, Akachi. Failure is not an option. Yes, I'll do my best to live up to all your expectations.
The crucial moment's finally here. Give it all you've got. Okay.
Alright. What? Things are really sore. You guys, there's even bounty on you guys, but I believe the Phantom Thieves are innocent. By the way, I changed the question on the survey. It's already up in flames, though. It's a problem for me, too, if people don't think Phantom Thieves are heroes. Try and clear the stigma on your name as soon as you can, okay? I'm counting on you.
So people are turning on us even in his survey? Our popularity is really at an all-time low.
Is this thing, like... Okay, no, that's just the texture. Like, loading it. From here, it looks like it's... like, rotating light. Let's decorate. Put the swan boat. So stupid. But I like it. Let's go. Actually, hold on. I wanna... When I need it, I'll order a bottle gun. it. Wait, do I have to do equipped and look at it? Model gun, we have 3. No, it's not what I meant to do, just read.
Hey!
Make sure you close up.
Okay. Mysterious abilities achievements were quite numerous. Women's skills are amazing, but can't help feel shocked how brazen she was.
Whoa.
Still got time to read, let's go a little further. At times she changed her name, always keeping her true identity in the dark.
Oh.
So you finished reading Woman in the Dark. Goodness, there's so many ways to trick people with secret techniques, maneuvers, and proficiency. And I'm just doing it to get the books out of the way. Go to sleep, staying up too late isn't healthy, you know? So what'd you change the site to? Are the Phantom Thieves innocent? If you're innocent, show yourself. Shut up. What?
Jeez.
Stop checking your phone while you're eating. Just concentrate on your food. What do you think Sojiro's reaction would be like, hey, the cat talks, but we're in the metaverse? What? Time has finally come. No matter what happens, we have to change her heart, right? I'm counting on you. We may have our unique way of doing things. We should proceed forward as usual. As usual? I'm mostly telling myself that. Honestly, I'm not sure I'll be able to remain calm this time. That's why I ask you to lend me your help.
Hey!
No need to get too worked about this, right? Take as much time as you need to get ready. Anything goes as long as it helps our mission. You have our trust, our leader, after all.
Okay.
I know. Mission start. Okay. The first thing is first. My son. Oh, it's like a oh. I got so confused. Like, why is there a nurse that looks like that? Oh, right. It's almost Halloween. That's why. Hello.
It's you.
What are you doing today? What we're gonna do?
I see.
Duplicate. Pass. I have 2 counter. It generates pretty good though.
Very well.
Thank you.
Beautifully executed.
Nice. And drink a drink, cause why not?
Hey, welcome!
Mana.
Well then. Nice!
Alright. Sorry, my boy, but we're hanging out. Oh, sorry, today. Alright, we still got the cheater to deal with. When are we going to Mementos next? Then we had to buy something from Akihabara anyway, so we might as well go.
Oh! Yeah! Oh! I knew you could do it!
I guess.
Oh! Oh!
we gotta get mystery stew. We're not gonna give it to anybody. We need it for a trade.
Oh.
Might as well, it's 30 HP.
I hate the Phantom Thieves.
Shut up.
Oh.
Does it have the weird stuff in it too?
Oh.
Yup. Oh yeah, this is the place. Pretty young, he is to games of the past. Good card that you beat the legend of Gimbala Goemon. Those graphics, they express the ambience of hell so vividly somehow. Sound and music really amp up the suspense tension we play. My stunning gambling game's a masterpiece. I was surprised left for back that exchange for the postcard. Nice. Sorry, I got a pub without realizing there are games you want to check out.
What do you want?
No, I already bought all the games. Come again. Nice. What else? Oh, there's a thing right here I forgot to check out.
Oh.
Gotta go to church. Hello, I'd like to buy your things.
Welcome.
I already bought the mystery stews. Let's. Oh, I actually need to go back. So, yeah, Shinya. What's up? There's someone I want to talk to you about. Can I bother you? Yay.
Over there, then.
Let's go somewhere quiet.
Hey!
Kid took my money came to my house yesterday with his mom. Mom told him it was their own kid's fault for having his money taken. She just told him to leave without hearing what they had to say. Something's wrong with my mom. The other day she called my school to complain the cost of lunch is too high. Begged her not to do it. She said it's for my own good. I doubt it was really because of me, though. Everyone finds out I'm getting made fun again, but... She told me once you stop fighting, you lose, and those who complain win. Mom's never liked this before. She never used to care about stuff like winning or losing.
Hey!
Thanks, and Shinya, what are you doing?
Huh?
Mom? I knew it. What? You've been acting strangely. Yes, I suspected someone's been filling your head with nonsense. Constantly talking back to me. I knew someone new must have come to the picture. So, you're the... First there's been a fat influence on my Shinya. Calm down. How can I be calm when you've been leading my precious son astray? My blood's boiling thanks to your unacceptable behavior. What are you gonna do about it? Stop it. You take responsibility for my turning a juvenile delinquent. All that time and money I spent on him wasted. What are you gonna do about that, huh?
No way.
Thanks, son. I'm going to remember you. You're a high schooler. I might just have to tell your school. One of the students is stalking my son. Stop it, Mom. You want Shinya? We're going home. Think about his feelings. Feelings? He's just a child. Keep meddling with him. I'm going to call the police. I haven't done anything. Fine. Just know this. I don't intend to lose. Now let's go. But... Shinya? You are Shinya, aren't you? Yes. Hey, I snuck away while Mom's shopping.
Sorry.
I was saying I'm really sorry about earlier. Already? Crap, I gotta go. I don't like the person my mom's turned into. She won't listen to anything I say. I actually want to talk to you about today. Do you think the Phantom Thieves can turn my mom back to her old self? She appears to be on the verge of tears. I just told the Phantom Thieves change my mom back to the way she used to be. What's her mom's name? Oh, her name? It's Hina Odai. There you go.
later.
Let's play again sometime. Please don't hate me. He needs brotherly affection. Nice. Skilled gamer.
All right.
Needed to do something about the targeting issue. Guess this is everyone. Help the king dude out, huh? Undo by changing his mom's heart? Man, it's a real tough decision to make. I mean, he's only in elementary school, right? That's a lot for a little kid to be dealing with. Wait, what? Should be trying to help him as soon as possible. As for the calling card, let's have him deliver it himself.
Okay, meeting
This
adjourned.
counts as a unanimous decision. We're back. How to put this? I'm glad you made it home. Huh? Yo, Catchy. What is it? You got any idea who the true culprit might be? Oh yeah, you said you saw the masked guy, right? I wanted to ask that too. Did you really see him? That masked guy's gotta be the true culprit, right? If this so-called culprit is acting alone, then there can be no mistake about it. I see. Next question is, who is that masked man? Fortunately, I do not know that much. You're useless. It's quite harsh. Oh, you're making me blush. That wasn't a compliment. To this point, I have yet to even grasp any clues, but once this is dealt with, I will surely capture him, I can promise you that. I'm counting on you. Perfect, leave it to me. I say it's odd for me to say this, but I'm an exceptional detective. I can assure you I'll catch this culprit.
He doesn't
I look
have any
forward to it.
clues, but he's confident enough to say he can definitely catch the guy. No wonder he's a star detective. Even the way he talks about these things is different from us.
I'll hang out with you in a bit. I gotta fertilize the plant. That sounds weird.
Hey, hey!
Good night, Mom. I put the clothes on here. I love you. I'll get it myself.
Yes!
Alright. Gonna go to Joji. That is so weird looking. They're just posing like that. They're doing it here too! Oh, it's weird. It's real weird to me. Take your katsu.
Hi.
Gimme. You like hot poppin', man? I love, especially during upcoming season, so I need to get something that's trending right now on top of Mystery Stew. I'm gonna purchase the Angel Badge. And that. Useless? No. I'm tired of that meme. Just hang out anyway. Alright, we can't up her yet. Hello, I would like to sell some things and get things from a new team member, please.
Yo. Alright. I guess that's fine. Okay. Alright, which one? How's that? though these knives are just replicas, I still get worried when I see high school kids checking them out. Huh? You like it? That's what you better not use it to pull a prank.
One sec.
Come again.
Equip. Morgana's sword. Alright, let's keep that in mind.
What's up? Yo. Alright. Sounds good.
Oh, that's still better.
How's that?
Yep.
That's what you're. Don't break it, okay?
Actually, we will sell that.
You better not use it to pull a prank. That's what you're choosing. You like it? How's that? Okay. Alright, which one?
Oh, wait.
That's what you're. Don't break it, okay? You better not use it to pull a prank. That's what you're choosing. Don't break it, okay? You must be scheming to do something. You better not use it to pull a prank. That's what you're choosing. Don't break it, okay? You like it? That's what you're choosing? You change your mind? Huh? How's that? Alright. Sounds good. You like it? That's what you're. You better not use it to pull a prank. Nice weather like this makes me want to go up into the mountains and blast a few rounds. That sure thing. That's what you're. How's that? Not good. You look serious today. That's what you're. Don't break it, okay? That sure thing. That's what you're. You better not use it to pull a prank. Be sure to choose carefully. Just don't go using it for anything dangerous. I don't want to get caught up in a racket.
Let's do accuracy.
That's what you're. Don't break it, okay? I can. That sure thing. Okay.
What accessories do you have?
Alright, which one?
No hunger, no.
It's that time of year when schools hold their athletic meets, huh? Those starting pistols aren't ours, you know. We don't sell them here.
Okay.
Alright. You should be grateful. I guess that's fine. Nice weather like this makes me want to go up into the mountains and blast a few rounds.
Well, these are expensive.
You should be grateful. I guess that's fine. You should be grateful. Come again.
I won't.
What's up?
I'll work. Security escort task for you, something I can only trust you. Can you take care of it for me? Sure.
Good.
We're escorting his Carter. Get dinner with him at the diner in Shibuya. I gotta take care of something with Suda. Be there, I can handle it. See you soon. Dad's really late, huh? He's the one who asked us here. You know, it's pretty rare for him to invite people out like this. He must see something in you think, son. My daddy never actually admitted, though. Oh, has he said anything to you about weighing me him laying me down? You weighing him down? Why do you say that? You know, honestly, he's acting super weird lately. More than anything, he seems stressed out. He heard I mention my name on the phone a few times. Every time I've gone to ask him about it, he told me it's nothing to worry about. I don't know how it makes me feel anxious. I mean, we're supposed to be family. I'm not sure if you know this, but he's not my real father. He took me in after my parents died in a car crash. Apparently he was a good friend of theirs. I don't remember a single thing about them. Oh. Wait. Why my dad considered me part of his family? He definitely does. Think so? When I think about it, you ever seen his tattoo? The gecko on his neck. Truth is, I have really bad they're in the same spot for my parents' car crash. When I was a kid, everyone picked on me for it. My dad always home to find me in tears. That's why he got that tattoo. He said it'd be the new EY family crest. Oh, I didn't know that. That's really sweet. Oh, and I did some research on geckos. It turns out they symbolize protecting one's home and family. I almost forgotten about that, to be honest. It makes me... Maybe he cares about me more than I realize.
Yo.
Sorry for the hold up. You look like you're having fun. What have you been talking about? Girls. You two are a pair of lady killers. Nah, some more shit you could be talking about though. Wait, do you get a girlfriend card? That's not what we're talking about.
Sorry.
I can't stay long. Got errands to take care of. It'd be nice to at least drop by and say I'd tell you over the phone. What errands? Or can you not tell me? What's that supposed to mean? It's just work stuff. Ain't that right? You should buy us something.
Yo.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Order anything you want, it's on me. Okay. By the way, I'm done. Almost figuring out what happened with the deal we were talking about. Gonna go meet with the guy who set it all up. I'll have you fill in on the details some other time. Anyway, it's nice to see you, kid. It's really liable having a part-timer to help run the shop.
All right.
You're not actually doing anything dangerous, are you? Dangerous? Of course not.
Later.
Well, I'm out of here. Hang on to my wallet, Carter. Eat as much as you want. See you at home.
Okay.
Carter and I eat dinner together. I'm not making my Karu this Karu. Honestly, Karu's parents are shit. Thanks for looking after Karu. Well, you coming for me, I actually got some good business done too. Looks like you and Karu really hit it off. Glad to see you two get along. All I did was listen to him. Really? Shouldn't seem that way. Karu doesn't open up to like that to just anyone, you know? He likes you, I can tell. Well, I figured just getting some security, but that's all you're good for. He's hitting that age where he has to figure out a law, which is so sure he won't talk to me about. I hope you would help him with that kind of thing. I'll see you. Talk to you later. See ya. Alright. We'll do this morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
My sister is serious. Her determination to win this fight is reflected in that casino. She won't be easy to beat. I know that better than anyone. I want to understand our situation as soon as possible. Let's go to the palace today.
Hold on. Calm down.
Sorry. Perhaps I am getting a bit too high-strung, but I can't bear seeing my sister like this. We'll stop her, no matter what. If you're going by any chance, let me know. I'll make sure I'm ready at a moment's notice.
I know. Excuse me?
Hi, everyone.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be able to skip class. Read. Okay, wait. I became a demon to find my own path. Stories about great people from the past. Just a little suspicious how true they are. Right. Let's go further. Desired knowledge leads to unexpected end. We're talking about Faust. It's easier to get through there quickly. Got no speed reading really help. Well, how far did you get? Page low, we should continue some other time. Teacher's back.
Damn it.
What was that about class to resume?
Hey.
20 days left, you ain't got time to relax, you know. I know. Hey, watch what I can do. Watch what I can do. Oh, is it up here? Can I do it up here? Got this.
Yes.
I'm gonna do it. The Phantom Thieves. President couldn't die because they're behind all the weird shit's going on. The trick was good. The guy don't watch the news, the sun always bring down the mood. Why is John shit? Is he prayer? At least I drew it right. Genius like villains or something. Damn it. No way to tell Pop where we are. Try going against another time. For now, let's race it. Go library, get the Robin Hood book.
What would you like?
Hero with a bow. And then we're gonna go to the rooftop and start up Haru. Haru! Let's hang out!
My.
Akira-kun, do you have decided any plans for today? Let's hang out. A time like this, perhaps it's part of your grand infiltration strategy? It's a secret. You don't make it sound like it's important. I suppose relaxation it's pretty vital at times like these. Yeah, big time. Wait, I'd like to use this opportunity to bring my most recent harvest to Sakura-san. Opportunity to deepen my bond with Haru. Yes!
I'm so glad.
Let's start Haru! And then when we get to evening, we're gonna end stream.
Hello, Sakura-san. I'm sorry.
Oh, goodness!
It's all good. Not like I have customers to deal with.
I didn't mean to hold on.
Hello, Sakura-san. I'm sorry for asking this of you.
So, this is what you grew?
Yes. I'd like an honest opinion from a culinary professional.
Let me see.
Ooh!
To be honest, both the taste and appearance are the opposite of what I'd call market grade.
I see.
But it's impressive you managed to grow anything at all up on a rooftop of all places.
I'm honored to hear you say that.
You know, I can't say it tasted good, but it was actually somewhat refreshing. Kind of like how you feel good after taking bitter medicine.
I first came across the plant in my house. It's possible that it's an experimental breed created for use at Okumura Foods. Thank you very much for the input, Sakura-san. I'll take note of that.
Haru's vegetables have a bitterness to them, but also exude strong energy.
He's right. That was the same thought I had. I think I understand what Sakura-san meant when he said they were refreshing.
Some baked vegetables seem to fill me with energy. Maybe for useful for palace forays. Ooh.
I agree. I'm so happy. I didn't expect this hobby of mine to provide value to the Phantom Thieves. This is actually the only thing I can honestly say I'm good at.
I just want to take her hair and just little floofs, like your floof and hair, just want to floof her hair. It's so floofy. You don't have to do this.
But it's what I want to do. Oh.
No, wait.
It's a deal. We're like real Phantom Thieves. Oh, then, do you think you could help me out again sometime? Like you did today?
I keep doing that.
Okay,
I don't mean to.
I'll do my best from now on.
Haru seems a little more enthusiastic than before. Oh, we're going just a few days into the future.
It seems you were probing into a certain conglomerate.
Meaning?
There's the possibility you even infiltrated their company building. Perhaps some sort of connection? Tell me about this person.
Make me. I guess you are.
Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the Empress persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
Cultivation should grow vegetables with Haru at the Shujin Academy group top. Nice. Growing vegetables, Haru. You can ask Haru, has his incredible green thumb to grow vegetables for you. Haru's vegetables are full of energy and grant a variety of effects. When used as items, they may prove useful in exploring the metaverse.
Still, he was right. The taste leaves much to be desired.
I go let you out guys in a little secret.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Your feedback on the vegetables was great help. Oh, and there's any particular let me know. Certainly plenty of seeds. Let me, if you have a preference, I'll prioritize going those first.
And that was our deal.
Huh? Oh, that's right. Aha! When you phrase it like that, it's oddly thrilling. Alright, I'm gonna head home for today.
Goodbye.
See you later.
Alright. I was gonna say, I'll let you guys a little secret. We had to play darts on this evening, and I'm way too tired to focus on that. I get real drained. So,
I should write something.
We're just gonna say. And we're gonna look for someone to raid, because I am tired. And next time, fortunately we're going in the fall for this game, we're gonna play something that's a bit more summery. And a bit more luck based. We're playing Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. I know the games don't have the most appropriate stuff, but also, I would like to get them out of the way and just you'll see my opinions on them. Who to raid? Oh, let's raid Octopimp. His birthday's tomorrow, apparently. Let's go do that. That's neat. He's playing Age of Wonders 4. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good day, and enjoy the rest of your week. We'll be back at the beginning of Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair, for just a fun summer time, because it is fall in this game, and I need to summer pump up right now. I've been on a lemonade kick also. It's interesting. Anyway, goodbye! Goodbye!